Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play. Come on, man. You at least got to give me a chance to giggle. I know you're saying
Speed it up. Speed it up. I'm trying to encourage you.
okay.
Take this as an opportunity to speed up.
Today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance, and here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category wheel.
That's it. There you go.
Then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented James, who thought that sketch comedy was something funny in a shady neighborhood, and found a way to answer 7 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy. Brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
To be a contestant to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like KISW on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the men's room at KISW.com. Welcome to Season 20, episode number 4,261. What a large and a charged program we have for you today. The head chef is back at 4:30. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. How are we celebrating President's Day? The day off? Certain foods? What are we doing?
We got Abe Lincoln's favorite foods.
Abraham Lincoln's
Yep, honest Abe.
favorite foods.
They can't lie about them.
Okay.
You know, I almost feel bad because it won't be anything like, Hot Pockets. Like, he doesn't have the tech, man.
Are all these foods still around?
For the most part, yeah.
I mean,
They're
as far as popularity goes.
I would say the preparation in some of them is a little different in his time than we do it now.
Okay, that makes sense. He didn't have an air fryer.
If only he had known, man.
Microwave, toaster oven, none of that stuff. He didn't have a Cuisinart. He had nothing, man. He was cooking.
Oh, yeah. You think he cooked?
Do they even have ovens?
In that oven,
Well, they
but
did,
not
but
the
they were
way
like
we
wood
did.
burning
Yeah,
ovens.
wood burning,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. Kind of heat water on top and all that stuff. So we're going back to the cabin. I wonder if he had pancakes on there. Like log cabin, the syrup.
Oh, for the syrup, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always think about Abraham Lincoln when I see that. When I think log cabin, I think Abraham Lincoln.
I do, too. I mean, nothing else comes to mind.
Well, I feel like if I see log cabin syrup, I just think, it must be in Vermont.
Mm-hmm. What about George Washington? Well, he couldn't eat because he didn't have teeth.
No, he had teeth.
He couldn't eat as he was always on the road, sleeping in places.
Okay.
Sleeping in place.
We celebrate both, right, on Monday?
Correct.
It's just
Instead of one
Washington.
of their birthdays, we put them together and we call it President's Day.
Can you just pick a random president and celebrate them that day?
Sure.
Is that possible? Because
Who do
it's
you want?
President's Day. I don't know. Grover Cleveland, just somebody weird.
I go Polk.
Nice.
Why nice? He just doesn't get
You
enough
could make
credit.
you could make polk salad.
Hit polk salad.
You make the food that you think that president would enjoy on your day off if you have a day off on Monday.
The only reason I pick James Polk, I had never heard of the guy, right? And then in 5th or 6th grade, I don't remember, played soccer over the summer. And just to make it easy, they named each team after a president. And we were the frickin' Polks. And I just thought that was so lame and so embarrassing. There were Kennedys, there's Washingtons, there's Jackson. I'm like, the Polks? Who the F is that? My mother's like, oh, that's James Polk. I'm like, and? She's like, that's all I know.
Right. You can celebrate George Bush and have cheeseburger pizza. That was one of his favorite meals when he was in the White House there for 4 years. Cheeseburger pizza. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So we'll celebrate President's Day coming up at 4:30 with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes.
You can celebrate Trump. Just go get fast food.
Go get some McDonald's. Go get some KFC. Today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober.
I'm going to celebrate Obama and smoke weed.
Yeah, there's a hot box in the car.
We'll spin the category, Will. Ooh. Our biggest dummy so far has been James. Took James 8 questions to get one right. And as we do when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little men's room poll. Now, the last time that we played Big Dummy, we had a little big game going on. And what we determined was you can only have one of these foods on Sunday. Here were your options. We had nachos. We had wings, sliders, and pizza. Now, if you follow us on X and Men's Room Live, we put the poll up, and here's how the voting shook out. Coming in at 4th place, 9% of you said, I will spend the afternoon eating delicious sliders, which is not the worst thing in the world because oftentimes there are many different ways that you can make sliders. You can have little hamburger ones. You can have some turkey sliders. You
have chicken ones.
Yeah, you can have chicken salad sliders. You can have pulled pork sliders. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with sliders. But only 9% of you said, that's what I'm eating all day.
And I feel like overall, percentage-wise, the slider roll is going to be better.
All right. If you go to a restaurant and you see that they've got a pretty good burger, but they also have 3 sliders.
Yep.
Where do you go?
I usually go sliders.
It depends on the restaurant. Because there's one place I used to go that I specifically got their 3 sliders.
Okay.
Not their burger.
It just depends on where you are.
Yeah.
But sometimes those sliders are awful tempting.
I will say this, though. There's a place I go where they have different versions of sliders, but some are 3 and some are only 2.
Okay, so you get a little snack. Kind of like White Castle when it's frozen.
His name is Ryan.
In 3rd place with 17% of the vote, you said you would eat nachos all day if you were watching the game. In 2nd place, and this was tight, pizza came in 2nd place with 36% of the vote. You said by 1 percentage point that if you could, the number 1 response, you would eat chicken wings all day.
Yeah, that sounds about
during the Super Bowl. Okay, today we're going to take some stories that are in the news and give you some scenarios, and you're going to need to pick one. Now, the first story just broke today, and as they say, according to Bro Bible, humpback whales tend to be pretty low on the list of animals you have to worry about encountering if you're out on the open ocean.
Sure.
However, one guy in Chile would probably beg to differ after he was briefly swallowed by one before being spit out while he was kayaking with his dad, who captured the entire ordeal on camera.
It tastes gross,
I like the fact that you watch your child, whether it's an adult or still a child, be physically swallowed by a whale, and you have the presence of mind to keep filming on your phone.
Now, here he is. You can see his son out there just paddling along, and all of a sudden, he's gone. He's gone. And then pops back up. So the whale takes him in. I mean...
And then spits him out. All right.
Almost to me. But he's down there for like, what? 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. So he's in the whale's mouth before he spits him out for at least 4 seconds.
And by the way, just looking at this right now, the father that recorded this, his hand didn't even shake. I mean, to him, this was like, oh, it's a once-in-a-lifetime video opportunity.
This is the part that would freak me out right here. So once he does get spit out, it's almost like he's going right back after him. Like you see this, and you're like, oh, no. And then he's coming back.
Right.
Like, oh, God. So, okay. They say orcas roaming the waters near the Iberian Peninsula. They have spent the past few years terrorizing hundreds of vessels that have been targeted in a spree of attacks. But that's really the only species of whale that has a reputation for going out of its way to hassle humans on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So they say last year, a boat capsized off the coast of New Hampshire, courtesy of a humpback whale that landed directly on the stern after breaching. The incident that didn't transpire too far from the spot where a lobster diver was momentarily swallowed by one while fishing off of Cape Cod.
Was he spit out also?
He was in 2021. Now, while that encounter wasn't captured on camera, another that recently unfolded in Chilean waters off the coast of Argentina was courtesy of the dad, who was filming his son during their excursion, when things took an insane turn. According to the AP, Adrian Samakis was paddling alongside his dad in the Strait of Magellan this past Saturday. Humpback surfaced directly below and swallowed him and his kayak for a few seconds before he was ejected back out of the chilly waters.
Yeah.
You got to remember, the water's cold, too.
Yeah.
This guy was not planning on getting in the water. Adrian told the outlet, "I thought I was dead. I thought the thing had eaten me. It did swallow me. Then I realized that was not the case." And his dad quickly paddled over while urging him to stay calm before he climbed onto the kayak prior to making their way back to shore.
Well, it's easy for someone, man, to stay calm. Like, I was just swallowed by a whale.
Chill out,
Kiss
dude.
my ass.
Option 1, you are swallowed by a whale. Do you survive this? You survive.
More than likely. They
Okay.
seem to spit people out.
Now, keep in mind, the water's freezing cold. You're in a kayak.
Sure.
You've just been swallowed by a whale. You go under. Okay. Option number 2. We have the story yesterday. As the United States military, as you know, some of the world's best technology at our disposal, there's still plenty of things to go wrong. And that was the case during a training mission yesterday in San Diego, where 2 pilots were forced to eject from a fighter jet. They thankfully emerged largely unscathed, but the same can't be said for the $67 million aircraft that was filmed plunging into San Diego Bay. The Navy operates a pretty sizable base in San Diego Bay. People who live there in the area, they're used to seeing various aircraft whizzing through the skies above the city on a day-to-day basis. If you've ever been to San Diego, you've seen all the planes. According to NBC San Diego, the Navy conducted a Bamboo Eagle integrated training exercise from the air station, which is on North Island. That involved 2 pilots. Okay, I guess this went down. Yes, this went down yesterday.
I think the plane was from up here, too, from Whidbey.
I believe so.
It was. The 2 pilots were from the Electronic Attack Squadron 135, and they were operating an EA-18G Growler that was part of the drill. Things took a turn for the worse at 10:15. They were forced to eject from the fighter jet that was crashed and captured nosediving into the water kind of near Shelter Island.
They weren't forced to eject. It's just, well, I can die in a plane crash or I can hit this button.
The fishing charter boat that watched the scene unfold quickly made its way to the spot where the pilots landed after parachuting down to the water. They were then transferred to shore from the fishing vessel and taken to a hospital for a 24-hour medical observation. They just did it out of an abundance of caution. They said that the pilots are in good condition. And the Navy, as you know, obviously not able to immediately determine the cause of the incident.
Right. Gravity.
It happened yesterday. Either way, option number 2, you were ejected out of an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, you survive.
Well, and also they're aware of it. Do you remember a guy, I think it was last year in Russia. They're on the runway, all right? The plane is not taken off yet, and there's 2 pilots in this plane, and somehow one of them ends up getting ejected by accident.
They pressed the wrong button.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, that's the one where I go like, that sucks because it's not life or death. You're just sitting in a cockpit.
Well, I'm not sure that those guys did okay because you need a little bit more room to eject for your parachute to open. That doesn't normally happen when the aircraft is on the ground.
Yeah, typically
so
not.
Who knows if that, think
That's why
about,
people don't skydive from 50 feet.
Think about when your G.I. Joe had a parachute.
Yeah.
You threw it up far, and sometimes it just smacked right down on the ground because the parachute didn't open up all the way. So I don't know if those guys did okay or not. All right, option number 3. As we told you the story yesterday, a newly released audio recording is believed to have captured the implosion of OceanGate's Titan submersible near the wreck of the Titanic. The 20-second audio clip, there it goes, was shared by the U.S. Coast Guard. It should be noted that was recorded 900 miles away from the accident.
Right.
That company has done this before. There are other companies that do the same thing. This one ended, obviously, in tragedy, as everyone on board did not make it. The audio was captured by the NOAA, and again, 900 miles from the incident, they captured the implosion, indicating that the submersible was destroyed at 9:34 a.m. on June 18th. They were about 90 minutes into the voyage before that happened off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. So, option number 3. You go down in a submersible.
No.
Plenty of them do just fine.
Plenty of them do.
That's your third option. Again, that was 9 100 miles from the point of implosion.
That is not okay with me, man.
Okay. They did find that submersible.
I'm with you. That's the one I want the least.
Okay.
Although someone here, Ted, says specifically to you, says, Ted, do not take the ejection, which is the one I was going to pick. But say the military gives all aviators that have ejected a waiver on the height weight charge because ejection compresses your vertebrae and you lose an average of 1 inch in height.
Damn. When it's all done?
Yeah, because you blew the hell out of there. I mean, think about how fast.
So
and
if I've
hard
done
that
this 3
ejection
times,
is.
I'm 3 inches shorter than when I joined the military?
You're probably going to lose an inch total because at some point when it compresses, it can't compress more.
Can they do something else to stretch me back out?
Yeah, do it upside down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a way to reverse that. And option number 4, as we get this story this morning, a New Jersey man who says he watched as his wife was brutally killed by one of the most dangerous animals on earth has filed a lawsuit, which, to be clear, is not against the hippopotamus that ate her. Rather, Craig Manders is suing the Connecticut tour operator that arranged for he and his wife, Lisa, to visit southern Africa last year. The idea that we were unwittingly exposed to such an extreme danger, a danger made even worse by our tour guides, leaving Lisa alone on foot with nothing between her and such a deadly animal, is nothing short of astonishing. A lawyer for the tour operator, African portfolio, says the company arranges trips to some of the most reputable safari lodges in all of Africa. But they are not responsible for what happens on those trips, whether during a flight or on a safari.
Didn't they tell you that basically, like, when you're there, it is a safari. You understand that these animals can kill you, and if they choose to do that's not on us.
I had to sign a waiver even before they would even book the room.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, even if you're gonna pay for it, you've already signed the waiver that said, look, bad things can happen. You understand that?
How can it not?
Right. I think
that's what makes the safari enticing.
Right. Percentage-wise, right, you've done it. Like, thousands of people have done it. But also, at some point, you can't honestly think that it's false.
Fail-safe.
Yeah.
Right, like, they're wild animals. You're not in a zoo.
My daughter did a paraglide.
You don't have a shotgun.
Right. Off the top of a mountain. And, of course, we had to sign all these waivers because she,
of course, you're jumping off of a mountain.
If something happens, that's the way that works. So the lawyer says the company arranges trips, and they are not responsible. According to the lawsuit, the couple were 5 days into their 10-day safari in Zambia when guides took them on a bushwalk along a river, and they spotted the lone hippo resting in the water. The guides, at least one of whom was carrying a rifle, left the group, leaving the 7-year-old woman exposed as the hippo charged out of the water, grabbed her by its mouth, lifting her off the ground. It shook her entire body and crushed her head and body with its bite.
Jesus.
They say, obviously, a devastating loss, and they are seeking at least, are you ready for this? What is your wife worth, would you guys guess, in damages?
$20 million.
How old was she?
70. She was 70 years old.
$10 million.
2.5.
To be honest with you, I think they need to call the advocates. $15,000 in damages.
Oh, my God.
His wife was crushed by a hippo.
$15,000 in damages, yes. We never would have agreed to such close contact while on foot, he argued. They do promise an outstanding wildlife experience on the
she had
Zambia.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, that's a wildlife experience.
Zambia bush adventure.
Wild ass.
Yeah, that was in Lower Zambezi National Park, which was about an hour and a half from where I was in Zambia. I did the river tour. We were exposed to multiple hippos. I can bring my phone in here and show you guys pictures of them everywhere. I was more mesmerized by the size of the river crocodiles.
Right.
Hippos are more dangerous.
How many snakes did you see?
But you got to remember, man, we were on a really small little boat. There were only 4 people on that boat. So it was tiny. And hippos were everywhere. And one jumped into the water at us, and that guy floored it.
Yeah, because that's the thing to do.
You can experience hippos. People do all the time. They did not mention this incident when we were down there. They got on this teeny tiny outboard, Johnson motor, taking off into a crocodile-infested river. I was more worried about a crocodile coming out and breaching and taking my head off than I was a hippo.
Sure.
So, your options. Pick one. You could be swallowed by a whale. You could be ejected from a plane. You could go down in a submersible, or you could have a hippo encounter. Those are your choices on our Men's Room poll, and you can vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, Call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah?
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
And away we go. The game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
I have no idea, but he says his name is Justin. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Justin.
Hello.
Hola.
Justin, sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Okay.
If you got to think about it at all, the answer is not sober.
Justin, are you drinking a men's room IPA?
No.
Are you drinking
No.
a men's room 20th anniversary lager from Black Raven?
I wish I was. I'm in North Dakota. They don't have it out here. Y'all
Okay.
need to ship it out to me or something.
That'd be great. Wish we
I would
could.
if I would.
Man,
I have a men's room IPA.
Trust me, I've got a couple bottles I need to ship out, and I've learned very quickly that is illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I found out that it is.
I don't typically ship bottles out. If they're in my home, they will be consumed.
Well, this one has my uncle's name on it, so I got him a special bottle, but I can't figure out how to get it to Florida.
Well, just tell him, hey, man, I can't send it, so I drank it. And, man, it was good.
All right, Justin, our men's room poll, pick one. Be swallowed by a whale, be ejected from a plane, go in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go ejected from a plane.
Lose 2 inches. Okay.
All right. Well, no, you lose 1.
Well, no, someone else texted in and said 2 inches. These are people that have known people that I guess have done it, and they're like, one guy lost 2 inches, one guy lost 1 inch. It might depend on your height to begin with. I don't know. Maybe you lose less height the shorter you are. But what is like the height maximum to be? You can't even be over like 6 foot, can you? Fit in like a fighter jet or something?
I don't know. Tom Cruise is short.
Yeah, well, he can fit in pretty much anything. All right there, Justin. Here is your question. Mike Hawk wants to know, what is the only division in the NFL where every franchise has won a Super Bowl?
Oh, boy.
I got this one correct, by the way.
2 options, I guess. Let's go with the NFC West.
NFC East.
NFC East.
Yeah, man.
The Cardinals. I think they skunked the NFC West.
That's correct. We actually do have 3 out of 4, don't we?
Yeah, you have a pretty solid division as far as that goes. The Cardinals just haven't won one, but the Hawks have been in, the Rams obviously have been in, 49ers have been in.
Isn't there one that has like 2 or 3 that haven't won one yet?
Yeah, the home of the Ravens, man. You got the Steelers and the Ravens. The Browns have never even been.
Correct. Never been.
And the Bengals just haven't won.
Jacksonville's never won. Who
They've
else
never
is
even
there?
been.
Yes, Indy has one, right? Didn't they get one with Peyton? Oh, yeah, Tennessee
Technically,
doesn't.
they have two.
Who else that division? Indy, Tennessee,
Miami, right?
No, Miami.
No,
has
they're
it.
the
Here we
East.
go. The NFC North, two of them haven't made it, or haven't won.
Vikings have never won one.
Vikings never won one, and the Lions haven't even
Lions
been.
haven't been.
But the Vikings have at least been.
NFC South, the Panthers and the Falcons haven't won one. AFC South, I think, is by far the worst because the only one to win is the Colts.
That's the worst
Correct. Who
division
am I
of
leaving
football.
out, though?
The Texans, the
The
Titans,
Texans, Titans, the Jags, yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, dear.
All right, your next question. The two largest islands in the Mediterranean are part of what country?
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Manja.
That is correct.
Yeah, I'd say Europe.
What's that?
Maybe Europe, hopefully.
No, country.
The country is in Europe.
Yes.
With the two biggest islands in the Mediterranean?
They both belong to this country.
Greece, I guess.
Italy.
Italy.
Really?
Yeah. Sicily and Sardinia.
I would have thought Crete and Cyprus were bigger.
But I believe, are they individual countries, however? I don't know. All right, your question. Dwayne Wade was the 2006 Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year. What NBA team was he playing for?
Miami Heat.
I think that's right. Yep. There you go.
are correct, sir.
Nice job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Tom, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, pick one. Will you be swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go into a submersible, or have a hippo encounter?
I would say ejected from a plane.
Another eject. Okay.
I just think given the odd, or, the hippo, that ain't good. And like I say, most hippo encounters end fatally. There was one of those shows like I Shouldn't Be Alive or Almost Died, whatever it's called. And this dude, you don't realize how messed up he is, but when they pull the camera back, you think, hey, what happened to this guy? So he's a South African safari guide, right? Ex-military. He's been doing this for 15 years. He was in the hippo's mouth. Can't say it swallowed him, but the hippo grabbed him basically head first, had him up to the waist. And as he explained it, said it's just pitch black and a lot of compression. You just assume you're going to die. He doesn't really remember anything else anyway. He kind of wakes up. He's being revived by the people around him. Boy, he was missing an eye. He had an arm taken off. Dude, that's not good. And, he's the guy that survived. So, yeah, hippos definitely
came out with marbles in his mouth.
Yeah. They are full of marbles. I guess I'd have to take the whale.
And they are
because
hungry.
they keep getting spit out. Yeah. All right, your question. The CSS Hunley was the first type of what vessel to sink an enemy ship?
Submarine, I think.
And you think correctly,
You thought
sir.
right.
All right, hang on. You're one and done before we let you go. True or false question? True or false? Oh, let's see. Density and volume are used to calculate a cube's mass. Density and volume.
I would say true.
All right.
There's the two.
Nice job.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Sober today.
All right, Matt. Okay. What are you doing here on the poll? Being swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter?
I'll go with the whale.
You're going to be spit by a whale. Okay.
Because the key here is that you were spit out by the whale.
Spit out.
That damn whale swallowed that kayak, too.
The whole thing.
He swallowed the whole kit and the caboodle.
That is correct. And what's crazy is when he spit the guy out, the kayak righted itself. It's like nothing happened. All right, Matt, here is your question. Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett, who one time said, all right, so Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett, he played his entire career for what baseball team?
Minnesota Twins.
One and done.
Yeah. And so twins were each one of his giant ass cheeks. That dude had a massive ass.
He did.
God, he had the big butt, man. So, like, when he would go to the plate, like, great player, he just looked at his ass. Like, how do you make this work, man? And then he looked.
He swung with it.
He did.
Oh,
that's what gave him power, dude.
Ass, man.
I mean, that's where power in a baseball swing comes from.
Yep.
His ass. All right, before we let you go, let's see. True or false, an ant can lift up to 2,000 times its own body weight?
I'll go true.
Nah. Ain't that strong. They're super strong. They're just not that strong.
Okay.
You think Kim Kardashian should have played that? Like, at least play softball, maybe?
Well,
got all that ass?
It depends. Yeah, like Serena Williams, just based on her tennis swing. All those things.
Yeah,
like,
I think she's proven.
I mean, generally, power hitters in softball do not have small hips.
That is very
And
true.
I'm not saying they're fat. They're just
muscular.
Yeah.
Got big old asses. Hello, Walter. Welcome to the men's room.
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, yeah. Walter, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Walter, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, the men's room poll. Pick one. Be swallowed by a whale. Be ejected from a plane. Go down in a submersible. Or have a hippo encounter.
Let's go. Ejected from a plane.
You're going to be ejected.
Yes, indeed.
From a military aircraft.
Oh, by the way, someone checked in. The max height for an Air Force aviator used to be, any guesses?
I'll say 5'10".
5'10". Ted, what do you think?
6'3".
6'5", believe it or not.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Actually, it says taller than that, and you could lose part of your legs during ejection. Jesus, man.
I wouldn't want to be on the border either. Well, maybe we'll bring it down to 6'4" then.
They're like, yeah, no.
But that was the whole thing with David Robinson. Obviously, the Navy gave him a deferment, but also he grew so much while he was at the academy that it's like, dude, basically, you're too tall to be on a submarine. You're basically too tall to be on anything we drive or fly or sail.
So that's where he started growing. He got his growth spurts after he'd already enlisted.
Maybe he was already tall, but once he got to the Naval Academy, I think he has another growth spurt. So
Jesus.
Then he's obviously very good.
Well, yeah.
So it makes it a little easier to be like, we'll give this guy a deferment. He doesn't actually have to go serve.
I'll put him up like in the poop deck. You know what I mean?
they're
Like,
not going to fit anywhere.
Just look for icebergs.
All right, Walter, your question. By including an actual cannon in his play Henry VIII, Shakespeare caused a fire that destroyed what building?
I have no idea. I don't even know any Shakespeare.
Well, I don't think he wrote about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's go. The Garnier, Garnier, was that what that's called? The play place in Paris?
The gun? Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest with
It
you.
was in England. It's the theater, but what's the name of
The Globe Theater.
The Globe Theater.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So keep in mind, you were physically in that building watching this play.
And
they
he
used
burns
a
it
real
down.
cannon. Like, geez, man. Maybe don't put a cannonball in the cannon next time.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, live and learn.
Huh. All right.
What?
I never really looked up this Globe Theater.
They rebuilt it. So there's
Yeah,
a
they rebuilt
replica.
it. Yeah. All right, your question. What is the name of the giant bowl that witches use to brew potions?
Cold drink.
There you go.
He knows his witch stuff.
Very good. Hey, it was Big Dummy, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, are you sober or not sober?
Sober, still at work.
All right, Justin, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, what are you taking on the men's room poll? Being swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, going down in a submersible, or a hippo encounter?
Originally I was going to go with the whale, but if I lose 1 inch, then my inseam might not be that far off. So let's just go with it with the plane.
Ejected by
with the
plane.
plane. Okay. I feel like at this point they should just make that an amusement park ride. You just sit in the cockpit, then press a button and just blow everyone's ass up in the air and hope the parachute opens, right?
You ever think James Cameron's had sex in one of these submersibles?
Yeah. No.
I do.
I don't think he can fit. Just the way they're built, man. Like, look, you can be limber to have sex in a tiny Kia or something, but those are even tighter. Okay. All right, your question. Who said, quote, "I only regret that I have but only one life to lose for my country"?
Oh, shoot.
Remember this one from history class? I
I'm trying to remember history class. Like,
only regret that I have but only one life to lose for my country, and also that you know how to tie a knot. There's a local high school with the same name. A local high school with its own radio program.
Garfield?
Not Garfield.
Well, not a bad guess.
No, not a bad guess. Come on, Ted. It has its own radio program. I want to say our
I should know this.
Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale.
Yep.
I went to school right across the street from Nathan Hale.
For real?
Hey, could tell.
It's right there in front of you.
I bet more.
All right. Your question: since 1949, what magazine has handed out the most prestigious Car of the Year award?
Most prestigious Car of the Year. Well, let's go with all the other ones. Time?
Motor Trend.
Oh, damn it.
Which to my father, when I was growing up, was the equivalent of pornography. Like, he would disappear and flip through Motor Trend, man. That was it. Keep in mind, he also had penthouses that my brother and I found, but yeah. Motor Trend was...
They could have used either one.
My dad and Reader's Digest.
All right. Your question: what is written on the helmet pictured in the poster for the movie Full Metal Jacket?
Oh, okay. Let's see here. It's a playing card. I just gotta remember.
Wait, but what's the saying?
Ted got it.
On the Born to Kill.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah, nice
there you go.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
They got it right on my helmet. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah. Please do not shoot. Hello, Amy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Amy, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Amy. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our poll, pick one. Will you be swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or a hippo encounter?
I'm going to say swallowed by a whale because that would make one hell of a story.
Yes, it
That's
would.
a good call.
Well, I think any of these would, assuming you survive. If anyone starts a story with any four of these, like, I'm going to listen to this.
If its gag reflex for some reason doesn't work, you're in the belt.
Has anybody in here ever been up in the St. Louis Arch?
No. I have not.
That's the only thing I can imagine being a submersible is like. That is a tiny, tiny capsule. You got to get in there with like four other people.
And you said it's almost like not worth it.
I don't know. I expected a better system. Getting up there is kind of scary. Once you're up top of it, it's cool.
Okay. And how high is it? Like 565 feet, something like that?
I guess. But I mean, when you get in that little thing, man, I mean, you are so close to each other.
Strangers?
I mean, I did it with my buddies, but it wasn't much better. As I was out there on a trip with a basketball team. Oh. I'm not small wide-wise. They're not small height-wise. Like, it was a pain in the butt.
You'll get to know each other's smell.
Yeah.
All right, Amy, here's your question. What is the second coldest continent behind Antarctica?
Oh, goodness. Would that... Oh, I'm torn between Asia or North America. I'm going to go with Asia.
North America, is it?
It was North America, darn it, because
It is North
Canada.
America.
Is that based on inhabitants or just square footage?
No, they mean the coldest people. Like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, all right.
Well, no. It's just the second coldest because, like, look, the northern half of the U.S. gets real cold. Canada is just cold, and that's basically it, right? Mm-hmm. All right, on that note, what is the second warmest continent behind Africa?
Australia? Because I know Australia, Oceania is kind of like all in one.
South America?
South America, yeah.
Darn it. I'm
So
not
the
doing
entire
good.
Western Hemisphere, we're number two. We're number two. In what movie does Steve Martin play a character named Navin Johnson? Ooh.
He hates these cans.
Was that The Jerk?
It was
Yes,
the jerk.
it was.
God, what a great movie.
Well
that
done.
is.
Mike, have you watched The Jerk yet?
No, I have not. He was the one that was born a poor black man, right?
That is correct.
That's it.
I'm telling you, man, Miles and I quote it all the time. It is so dumb, but it is so good.
Yeah, there's moments in that movie where you're like, oh my God. Yeah, stuff you could not definitely do now.
Oh, no. No.
I do love some old Steve Martin now. He was good, man.
I almost said it on the air.
No.
Because there's one slur that, like, I just haven't heard in years. It just makes me laugh. It's like, oh, that was a real slur.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
I'm not exactly a tech genius, but I knew one thing for sure. If I wanted my small business to crush it, I needed a website that worked like a pro. And I needed it yesterday. Lucky for me, Bluehost made it ridiculously easy. With their AI design tools, building my website was a walk in the park. I could customize, optimize, and monetize everything exactly how I wanted. In just a few minutes, I had a secure site up and running. I couldn't believe how straightforward it was. And getting found online? Bluehost helped me with that too. I perfected my keywords and meta descriptions with their search engine tools. The AI even gave me suggestions to improve my pages. Now I can sit back, relax, and focus on my customers while my website continues to rank higher and higher on Google. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, I wasn't worried about taking the plunge. And now I am so glad I did. Head over to Bluehost.com and build something special today.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way?
Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy. 206-803 Rock. Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola. Andrew, are you sober or not sober?
I'm pretty stoned.
All right. Pretty stoned. Good for you. All right, Andrew, our Men's Room poll. You got to pick one. Will you be swallowed by a whale, ejected from an airplane, go down in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter?
I have to be like Pinocchio, get swallowed by that whale.
Swallowed by the whale. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Would you want to be stoned when it happened?
Yeah, probably. It'd be a lot easier.
Okay.
How did Pinocchio end up there, man?
He was looking for his old man out on the water, and then the whale swallowed him.
Why did he think his old man was on the water?
He was.
He was on the water.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen that movie, but...
Like, I remember bits and pieces, and I know he gets swallowed by a whale, and then at some point I'm like, wait, why did you end up in a whale?
Because his dad was looking for him. So I think when he was on the island, his dad was out looking for him, then he got swallowed by the whale, and so Pinocchio then went out and found his dad and got swallowed by the whale.
And if I recall this correctly, he was still with Jiminy Cricket, right?
Yeah.
And then
Jiminy stuck with him the entire time.
They lit a candle or something? Or?
Oh, no, they lit a full-on fire out there. They found...
in the whale's belly, I'm saying, to get out.
Yeah, they found the wreckage of the boat or the raft that they were using, and then they just burned the living hell out of that until the whale sneezed them out.
All right, that's survival tips. Get swallowed by a whale?
Hell yeah, dude.
Light his insides on fire. Who knew? Wow.
Yeah.
That was some rough stuff.
Pinocchio.
All right, here is your question. Don Budge, that's a person's name, he played what sport? Hockey, baseball, tennis, or golf?
Golf.
He sounds like a golfer. Tennis? It was tennis. He was the first player to win the Grand Slam.
Oh, all right.
So the reason Don Budge does sound golfy, doesn't it? So,
And Denny still has it.
What's that?
The Grand Slam.
Yeah, the Grand Slam. Denny's like, hell yeah. It turned out it sold better than asking for the Don Budge.
I mean, look, golf and tennis, though, I mean, you're splitting hairs.
Wait a minute. With names?
No, if, like, it sounds like a golf name or it sounds like a tennis name, like, they're both sports that have clubs.
They do have clubs.
A lot of times you can play tennis at your golf club.
You probably had money growing up.
Yeah.
All right, your question. What is the minimum number of sides required to create a polygon?
Thought you could say a combo meal.
Yeah.
2.
I would say 2.
I'll say 8.
3. Yeah, it just means you are a shape. The combo meal. Is it technically only 2 sides and I've created a combo meal?
No, because some places just give you one side to drink.
Is that really a combo meal then?
Yeah.
It's like, look, man, to me, it can be fast food or standard restaurant. Like, I get an appetizer, I get my entree. Don't tell me that's a combo meal. It's like, to me, if I get fries and a burger, like, no, this is this is not a combo. If I had for like mashed potatoes and some chili, I call it combo meal.
So, the Grand Slam, that is the U.S. Open, that is the Australian Open, the French Open, and Wimbledon, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Those are the 4.
Grand Slam and tennis.
If Denny's calls their breakfast the Grand Slam,
all right,
what are the 4 greatest breakfast foods that should be on the plate?
So we have the American Open, right?
Well, I'm talking about
the U.S. Open. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about Denny's.
That's what I'm saying. So I would take one from each of the
I
countries.
think they have it, right? Isn't it pancake or a waffle?
Right.
And
Okay.
then bacon, sausage, eggs.
But if it's
But
4,
which one represents what?
See, I'm saying eggs got to be on there.
And what country do you think that represents?
I don't think it does. I'm just saying if you take the 4 greatest
Denny's did
breakfast
not pick that because of the Grand Slam. of
I'm
tennis.
just saying,
I know that, but if you
think
call
you should
something a
pick
Grand Slam, it's got to be
got
the 4
4,
best.
yeah.
It's got to be the 4 best.
But I think it should be one that represents each country. right? So you could have like a croissant. Has a croissant because that is France covered. You could have, what do they call them? Bangers? What do they call sausage in, is it bangers in Australia? Or Wimbledon?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because they have another, I'm just saying each country should be represented. I believe you're 4 different things.
Bangers are like England, or sausages like England, Australia.
They call them snags.
Snags. Yeah, that sounds appetizing. You can get some snags and toast.
Yeah, England's got to be beans. Just because that's a unique thing for breakfast, and they do it only.
There's a reason for that. All right, your question. The Battle of Bull Run occurred during what war?
Which one? There was 2.
There were 2 battles of Bull Run?
Correct.
I want to say the American Indian War?
No, it's the Civil War.
Civil War. What are the 2 battles of Bull Run? Or 2 battles of Bull Run?
So you have the first real battle of the Civil War is the Battle of Bull Run or the Battle of Manassas.
Depending who was
and then what's like a year and a half later, they end up basically on the same battlefield and have another battle.
Mulligan.
Yeah, it's like first Bull Run, second Bull Run. I've been there.
Manassas? I've been to Manassas,
I've been to the battlefield too.
All right.
So it's just kind of crazy, like anything else, right? Bull Run's the river that runs through it. So you just kind of, and remember the first battle, because when you go up on where the North Army was, like people came down from D.C. in horse-drawn carriages.
You said it like a picnic to
watch.
They
would like tailgate it, and they were like, "We're going to watch this. Like this is never going to last." And then the damn Confederates came out and were like, "Oh, we're playing for keeps." And then it was like, "Oh crap!" Then we were in a war for 4 years.
We're playing for keeps. Like, okay, tailgate over, man.
What's also crazy is we forget, because we're not used to wars on our home soil. Like, there's this giant house, and like the Northern Army just showed up. It was in Virginia. They were Confederate supporters. Just like, all right, this is our house now. We're going to make it the headquarters. We're going to camp right around here.
Like, yeah, all right, cool, guys. Stay off the lawn, bro. My wife gets real upset.
Everybody out.
Tell your wife to cook. Hey, look, if I'm commandeering your house, like your wife's cooking for me.
Oh, yeah. Tell her to get us some.
Wow, you coming with demands.
Yes.
Tell her we need some sliders for the boys.
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, I've already gone over and taken over your home. What am I going to be, nice?
Oh, hey, by the way, the Grand Slam breakfast, it is pancakes or waffles, hash browns, choice of meat, hence sausage or bacon, and eggs. Okay, as far as the Grand Slam to satisfy each country, someone suggests the Grand Slam, the French scrambled eggs, American bacon, Australian snags, and British beans.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
I take either one.
All right, your question. What other B word is a blackberry bush also known?
Bramble.
Nice on that.
Nice job.
Correct.
Nice job. Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Frank. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, caballeros.
Hola. Frank, are you sober or not sober?
Very sober.
Very sober, Frank. Welcome to Big Dummy.
Thank you.
Okay, what are you picking on the poll? To be swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter?
It's not going down the submersible like those guys last year, is it? Like I'm just looking at stuff.
There's been plenty that have gone down and been successsul. That's
right. We don't know. That's the thing. You're taking your chances with any. There's been a person attacked by a hippo. You're doing a submersible.
Sure.
Even if you take out what happened last year, or actually 2023,
I think you got a fighting chance
in the submersible
compared to a whale.
Well, here's the thing. All of the whale stories we've seen, and I'm sure there are exceptions, but all the whale stories we've seen, the whales spit out the person.
Right.
Because, they eat krill. They can't even fit you down their gullet, so they spit you out. They don't even throw up. They literally spit your ass out, so they survived. You probably poop your pants, but you survived, right?
Hey, look, there's been plenty of things, though, where a missing kayaker, they find the kayak.
Right.
They don't find the person.
But they don't suspect whales, right?
They don't suspect them, but you never know. Is that person going to be able to tell the story? You won't believe this. I'm the first person who was ever accidentally swallowed by a whale. He can't tell that story.
I don't think the whale has any way to swallow you. Like, he's got to spit you out.
I mean, that's a problem.
Like, I eat a lot of food, but if I swallow something whole, you got to regurgitate it.
Right. Like, if you just stick an entire watermelon in Ted's throat, chances are he's going to do what he can to work it out. I would hope.
All right.
Yeah, even a whole orange.
Orcas and sperm whales are whales, too, though. And they eat big stuff.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, the orca whale, well, we set it up, though. Like, the orca whale is like the only one really out there, like, kind of doing bad stuff to do it.
But none they really, like, eat people. It's just like, I'm going to take down your boat and watch you drown.
Yeah.
Do you think a sperm whale...
got to be first.
Yeah, you could be this first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have questions for the sperm whale.
Why is that your name? Because I confused what the jellyfish was. All right.
Haktua.
I'll spit on that time.
I'm the sperm whale.
All right, the question. Bubble wrap was invented by accident when researchers were trying to invent a new type of what?
I would guess insulation.
It's not a bad guess. It's even dumber than that.
Cushions.
Wallpaper.
Oh.
Bubble wrap wallpaper.
It bounced off the wall.
Once, because they'll pop, man. All right, let's see your question. What river does the Brooklyn Bridge cross?
The Brooklyn Bridge crosses the East River.
Oh, well done.
Boom. All right.
Well done,
Nice
sir.
job.
I had no idea. I'm with the Hudson. I'm like, nope.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. It's a big river.
Hello, Rob. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Rob, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober, and I want to give a quick shout out to my fiance, Jessica. She's on her way home fighting traffic as well. Love you, baby.
And she agreed to marry you.
Somehow, yes.
Okay.
You got big plans for tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. Oh, wait, yeah. Tomorrow, Valentine's Day.
She's
Absolutely.
listening, man. Just say yes.
All right, Rob, pick one.
Not to mommy, yeah.
I think you should pick ejected from a plane. But anyway.
He's stopping at the store right now.
Swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or a hippo encounter. What are you taking?
I'm going to get swallowed by a whale.
Swallowed by the whale.
All right. I want someone to have like all four of these stories in one story. Like, hey, man, I'm in a fighter jet. Start going down. I hit a jet. Damn this thing. Gets swallowed by a whale, but he spits me out into this river where this hippo attacks me. What the hell's the other one?
Submersible.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one. Man, I'm sorry. That would freak me out too much. All right. Here is your question. What is the collective name for Italian-made Western movies?
Italian-made Western movies?
That is correct. And Clint Eastwood standing there.
The movies with the least amount of dialogue, probably, of any other genre
Outside of
other
silent film,
films.
And Benji.
Oh.
The Mandalorian takes a direct page in the first season.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, not a
From
lot
these-
of dialogue
from
in
these
Benji's.
movies.
Mostly just a dog in the woods.
Honestly, I don't know. All I can picture is Brad Pitt saying he speaks third best Italian.
Well, it's
Bonjour.
spaghetti westerns.
Yeah, spaghetti westerns.
Bonjour.
All right, your question. Who played the role of Hank Moody on the TV show Californication?
Hank Moody.
Moody or Booty?
Moody. Hank Moody.
Hank
When did
Booty.
this TV show air?
Booty, 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 booty.
I can't even tell you exactly when they're there, but probably 2010 to 2015, somewhere around there, I think.
I got nothing. Gonna have to spin the wheel again, boys.
Huh? What if I told you this? He's the same guy that played Fox Mulder on X-Files.
I can picture him.
Still got
What
nothing.
is his name?
David
Duchovny.
Duchovny, yeah, David Duchovny.
There was a lot of sex scenes in that movie. Show.
Oh, yeah. That's the only reason I wanted to watch it. My wife watched it pretty religiously. She really enjoyed the show. And I'm like, man, I don't care. So I sat in for like 20 minutes of it. I'm like, yeah, I might watch this with you, babe. No.
I definitely caught like 4 or 5 minutes of it here and there.
Yeah, it's all I need.
Right? All right, this show sucks.
All right, your question. From what country did the United States buy the Virgin Islands? I'll give you a hint. It's the same country we're trying to buy Greenland from now.
Denmark.
Oh, boom.
Hey,
Nice.
I don't know a ton about Denmark.
I don't think there's anything really to know. I mean, even when you find out little tidbits, you're like, I don't care.
Like, what are they famous for? Like, the Swedes have, like, hot blondes and hockey. Like,
Yeah.
Amsterdam's, like, we're good at, or not Amsterdam, but the Netherlands, like, we're good at soccer. weed.
Yeah, Denmark. What?
Yeah.
Did they? No, that was Holland had the crazy shoes. Trying to find something for Denmark to be like, yeah, man, that's a very Danish thing. Did they invent the Danish?
I'm pretty sure South Park had an entire episode basically saying, just a bunch of people from Denmark like, hey, we're a country too.
So is Denmark like the New Hampshire of the world?
Pretty much.
It's like, we know you're there, but nobody cares.
All right, you're great people. You're very, very nice.
They got Great Danes.
Yeah, the Great Dane. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the Danish?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did that come from Denmark? The breakfast Danish?
Well, like French fries did not come from France. I don't know.
No, they came from, they're pommes frites.
Yeah, the pommes frites there, but still. Are you finding anything about Denmark?
Trying to see what we got here. The Vikings came from Denmark.
Oh, there you go. Cool. There's something.
Oh, here we go. Happiness. Stunning islands. Lego bricks. Danish pastry.
Legos.
Right. Bicycle culture. And oldest amusement parks.
Insulin also came from Denmark. Google Maps. Wind power.
Really? Google Maps?
Google Maps was built by two Danish brothers.
All right. Danish brothers.
Brothers.
I'll tell you what, man. Every time I ask for directions, my wife getting on my case.
Hans Christian Andersen.
He was mad he couldn't
Thanks,
fold
Hans, for Frozen.
He couldn't fold a map back.
Yeah. Man, we just got to put this on computer, bro.
Oh, hot dogs came from Denmark.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Hot dog.
Hot dog, baby.
Denmark's not so lame. Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Quote.
Hola.
Hola.
Zach, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober.
All right, Zach, welcome to Big Dummy.
Radio Steve the Thrill Hill says, Denmark, not so lame.
And if you read the Wikipedia, I'm also deceased.
All
right,
I
Zach.
choked on a mozzarella stick.
You got to pick one. Swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or a hippo encounter.
I think I'm going swallowed by a whale. It's kind of a normal part of my life.
What is...
Oh, all right. We know what you're into.
And her name's Tina. All right, Zach. Here's a question. Which president ended the U.S. participation in Vietnam?
There's no big Tinas.
What? No. Yeah, bro.
I have no idea, guys. Reagan?
Now, Reagan was all about recruiting troops to go there.
It was Nixon that got us. Oh, it was Nixon.
Yeah, it was Nixon.
LBJ, I think, got us into it, right?
He got us into it.
Because Kennedy was like,
I don't know about this, man. Okay. All right. Your question. I know Taryn Daly knows the answer to this. How many points must the winner score in a game of Cribbage?
No.
Man, is it like 100?
Is it 120?
So close. You can either score, and I don't know how this works, you can either score 61 or score 121. Oh, man.
61 when you get skunked or something like that?
Bro, I truly have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea at all. And someone here points out that I'm no longer deceased on Wikipedia.
Oh, nice, you're back.
So I was for like 2 or 3 days.
Congratulations. How was it like?
Welcome back.
Well, maybe they can put that in there. Hey, by the way, he was deceased for a little while.
Did you see
but
the
now he's
light?
back.
Did you see anything?
I did, man. We partied like there's no... I'm telling you, the afterlife...
Did you dance like it was the last night of your life?
Well, no, because the last night had already passed.
Oh. Right.
So I danced like it was my first night of eternity. Turns out that was wrong, too. The only reason I came back, Narcan. All right, your question. What terrible science fiction movie starred John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker?
Man, I have no idea. You guys are giving me the tough ones.
Be glad you don't know the answer.
repeat that question.
Technically, what science fiction movie starred John Travolta and Forrest Whitaker? I have added what terrible science fiction movie starred John Travolta.
Battlestar Earth?
Battlefield Earth.
Oh, Battlefield.
If you ever get the chance to watch the movie, just don't.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, I know.
Creator of
Scientology.
Is what's his name in that, too?
Who's that?
I know Travolta.
Forrest Whitaker?
Forrest Whitaker?
Yeah. He's kind of like his right-hand man.
Isn't that part of the question?
Yes. I swear to God, man. Look, you probably just said, you paying me to do this? Okay.
He is so creepy. I think he's a great actor, but he's always creepy.
Yeah, he really is. Even when you see him in interviews, you're like, do they even give him a script or do they just say, this is generally the plot, just go be yourself?
And like whenever he plays a detective on TV, like I believe it.
Oh, he's intense.
Yeah, he get answers out of me.
All right, Zach, your question. Who was the female lead in the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
Oh, man, she was, is it Kristen Stewart?
Charlize Theron?
You're probably thinking Furiosa, and that was not. Who's the chick? Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yeah!
In this case, Tina Turner.
The old one.
Yes, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
All right, watch out.
Got him confused.
Zach, question 4.
Question number 4, what is the capital of North Dakota?
Sioux Falls?
Bismarck.
All right, your question. What nickname was given to Al Capone?
Famous movie.
Yeah, it's also a movie with
Not about
Al Pacino.
him.
Not about Al Capone.
Him, right.
But Al Pacino played in a very famous movie in the 80s, had the same name as Al Capone's nickname.
Mm-hmm.
The Godfather?
Oh.
Scarface.
Remember, Scarface is an adaptation of the Italian story.
All right, Zach, hang on the line for us, man. We got to go to break, but we'll get back to you on the other side.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Yeehaw! Head chef coming up, Ted's Meat and Potatoes, 4:30 has some President's Day food from the one and only Abraham Lincoln.
Very curious what his favorite foods were.
In celebration of President's Day.
Some of them aren't that, like, a lot of them you still eat.
Okay. All right,
preparation's different.
Right. Sure. Gotcha. Head chef all the way at 4:30, right after the game, known as Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Do we still have Zach on the line? If so, he's working on question 6.
Question number 6 for you, Zach. Welcome back to the show. All right.
Yep, still here.
Here's your question. What state provides the setting for most Stephen King stories?
Is it New York?
Maine. See, the only interesting thing about Maine, we're making fun of Denmark. I mean, when you think about Maine, I think about Stephen King, right?
They apparently have really, really great water up there, like the cleanest water in the country.
The drinking water is great, kind of famous for their lobsters.
Lobster, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. All right.
Zach, just so you know, this is question number 7. If you get this wrong, you will tie James as our biggest dummy of the year.
So congratulations in advance.
Well, if you get it right, you're good.
We'll see. Here is the question. What river is the setting for the novel The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn?
I want to say the Mississippi is my gut reaction, but
You got it. You got it. Use your gut reaction.
Stick
Don't
with the
think
gut.
anymore.
Stick with the gut.
Well, you're not the biggest dummy.
Hello, Eric. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. We'd have talked to you sooner, but Zach was in front of you.
Eric, are you sober or not sober?
I am sober. I'm driving home currently from work.
Okay, you got snow where you are, Eric?
No snow yet. There's a little sprinkle in the sky, but I think it's coming.
Okay, all right. Men's room poll, pick one. Do you choose to be swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter?
Well, based on the fact that I've done a safari in South Africa, I'm going to go and do the hippo encounter.
Hippo encounter, all
Wait,
right.
you did a safari, and you're still deciding that a hippo encounter is what you want to do.
Absolutely. It's lifetime experience.
Did you see any hippos when you were there?
I did. I saw a lot of hippos.
All right.
Many.
What is the closest you think you got to a hippo?
I would say we got within maybe 20, 30 feet of a hippo.
Yep, that's
in
about
a
right.
car.
That's about right.
I'm not okay with that.
Oh, you were in a car.
Ah, okay. I don't know that okay is.
I think that's much safer than that little boat I was on.
Okay, no, I hear you. Right, but we watched that video of the speed that certain wild animals can run. Hippos are shockingly fast. I think it's like 35 miles an hour or something.
Super fast.
That is crazy with his short little legs. All right, Eric, here's your question, multiple choice. Ants, mushrooms, mold, or clouds? What did I put in the Ted Smith sandwich earlier today? I'm sorry, ants, mushrooms, mold, or clouds? What does a nephologist study?
Mushrooms.
They're not working.
Clouds. Why don't they just call it a cloudologist?
I don't know.
And everything's like that. Like the person who studies butterflies, they have some big long-ass name. Like, just call them a butterflyologist. It's just so much easier. Mm-hmm. You don't have to explain what you do.
Yeah, I had it the other way. I was talking to somebody a couple weeks ago, and they were going on, like, not going on and on. It's like, what? So you're like a marine biologist? They're like, yeah, but I work with water. And I was like, all right.
Do they work with life in the water or just water?
They had a distinction, but they were like, I pretty much am, but like, I don't have the degree, so don't call me that.
Okay.
I mean, they were just being, just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to take, stolen valor from marine biologist.
Like my brother, I'm not a rocket scientist. Like, I hear you, but everyone calls you a rocket scientist. Just accept it. All right, your question. In what city would you find the Sistine Chapel?
The Vatican City.
All right. Nice
well
job,
done.
Nice
yes.
Job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bill. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Oh, yeah. Bill, sober, not sober?
Sober, driving home.
All right, Bill. Pick one, swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter.
I'll go with ejected from a plane.
Ejected from a plane. Okay. Knowing how tall are you?
6'2".
All right, okay. You might lose 2 inches from your height.
Yes, from your height. You notice nobody cares when you say, no,
If you said something else, no one would pick it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it, no.
You lose 2 inches? Nope.
All right, Bill, your question. A Kindle is a group of what type of house pets?
A Kindle is what type of...
A group of what kind of house pets?
A cat?
Wow.
Yeah, kittens.
Damn,
Believe it or
wow.
not.
Okay.
Right. One and done, so let's give you a 50-50 question here. True or false? The Lion King was Disney's first Broadway musical.
True.
False. I do not know what the first Disney Broadway musical was. I just know it was not The Lion King.
Was it the...
Could have been like
The
Cinderella.
Mickey Mouse one where he does all the crazy stuff?
I don't think that ever went to Broadway. Never did like Cinderella, Snow White. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Joe, are you sober or not sober?
Sober, I'm on the road.
Okay.
I feel you.
You got any snow where you are, Joe?
Yeah, just a little bit. Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Oh, you know what it was? Beauty and the Beast.
That makes sense.
That does.
Okay.
Okay, Joe, pick one. Swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or a hippo encounter.
Well, hippo encounter sounds like a thumbnail I would not click on, so I'm going to go ejected from a plane.
Ejected from a plane.
Thumbnail I would not have clicked on.
Okay.
I'd have to click on it just to see. I'd probably regret it, but I'd take a piece.
See what's going on here.
By the way, someone has answered the question why, like, people that study butterflies aren't just a butterflyologist, etc. They say, look, man, the reason they don't do that, it's because all of these terms come from Latin. That way you don't have to worry about the different languages people speak and having different words. It's the Latin base, so you're just adologist.
You could be a caterpillarologist.
Caterpillarologist. You study tractors. All right. Here's your question. What Disney character's love interest is named Megara? Beautiful name.
Moana? I don't know.
Is it a newer one?
Mulan? I don't know. This character is also a Greek god. Zeus? Hercules.
Oh, Hercules.
Hercules, yes.
Hercules.
All right, Joe, what made-up Bible verse is the catchphrase of wrestler Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Austin 3:16.
There you go.
Jesus. Somehow I knew he'd know this.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 round.
I feel like everybody knows that one. That was a massive time.
Well, what was it? It was Austin 3:16 says, I'm going to kick your ass or something like that?
Something
It's
like
got to
that.
be something that simple. I'm going to look up. What is the Bible verse here?
Of Austin 3:16. I'm going to kick your ass. Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Adam, sober, not sober?
Sober.
All right.
Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass.
There it is.
Okay, pick one of the following.
Damn it.
Swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or a hippo encounter. What are you taking?
Go down in a submersible.
Submersible. All right.
Yikes. All right, Adam.
Yeah.
Your question, which pope shared a name with a Peanuts character?
Pigpen.
Pope Charlie Brown.
Linus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pope Linus. I believe he was the second pope ever.
Mm-hmm.
Pope Linus.
That's why Linus carries a blanket, because that Pope did as well.
Yes, he did. Well known for that. Pope Snoopy came later. All right, your question.
I'm the Pope now.
I'm Snoopy. Joe Cool. What are dried jalapeno peppers called?
Yeah. Great restaurant.
Chipotle.
All right. Nice job.
Yes,
Chipotle
indeed.
It's not chilies?
So, peppers are peppers.
Okay.
Peppers are that's the fresh thing you buy, and then chilies are all dried versions of the peppers we know. So, once a jalapeno is dried out, it becomes a chipotle. Poblanos, oh man, what are they? Poblano, they're another one that we use a lot as far as the chilies go.
Mike, real quick, hit the reset on the phone lines because we just lost everybody.
Chilies.
I'm going to play Big Dummy 206-803 Rock. Let's give us a question. First right answer wins.
Anchos.
Do we sound
Anchos,
Do we
right.
sound in, or are we just yelling the answer?
Just yell it if you got it.
All right. The city of Buffalo is on the shores of which Great Lake?
Lake Erie.
Ontario.
Ted. Ted with the win.
Oh, yeah. That was quick.
So wait a minute. So you lived...
I lived on
the shores
Ontario.
of Ontario. So Rochester, even though it's close to Buffalo, they're on two different lakes.
That is correct.
I
They're
did not
about
know that.
60 miles away.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so Buffalo is on the shores of Lake Erie, but not deep on the shore, just kind of on the eastern edge.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where Rochester's about dead center on Lake Ontario.
I feel like I only know that as they say it all the time.
Do they?
Yeah, like the shores of Lake Erie. We're in Buffalo, New York.
I never noticed that they said that.
Maybe I'm making it up.
You might be.
That's the way I hear it.
All right, question. And both of you will know the answer. This is all about speed. What 1990 Arnold Schwarzenegger movie featured a three-breasted prostitute?
Oh, Running Man.
Total Recall?
Total Recall. Really, man? Running Man? I was like, that was a gimme question.
I don't know that I've seen Total Recall.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a 3-breasted prostitute.
I mean, I've seen that pictures of that.
Yeah. It turns out.
Costs more money.
Only the middle boob was real. Your question. She's like, look, I got one boob in the middle.
The Predator did have 3 boobs?
He had 4. When he took off his armor, you're like, damn.
I'm scared and attracted.
Sweet Polly Purebred was the love interest of what cartoon superhero? Sweet Polly Purebred.
Space Ghost?
No.
Cartoon superhero.
Mm-hmm. Sweet Polly Purebred.
Oh, it's got to be a dog.
Yes.
Super dog? No.
Underdog. Underdog, yeah.
Super dog. You know, I was always a Mighty Mouse kind of guy.
I enjoyed Mighty Mouse, did not really enjoy Underdog.
Yeah, Underdog
why.
I never get into, but when I was a kid, man, I don't know, for some reason we thought Mighty Mouse was just unbelievably hilarious.
Yeah, it was cool. It's hilarious. I'm sure if I watch it now, I think it sucks.
And he's like on his way to save the day.
Hello, Tyler. Welcome to the bedroom.
Hola. Tyler, sober, not sober?
I'm driving home from work. I am sober.
All right, Tyler, welcome to Big Dummy.
Feel you, Tyler.
Okay. Men's room poll, pick one. Be swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, go down in a submersible, or have a hippo encounter.
I'm definitely going to have to be eaten by the whale.
Eaten by the whale.
We just said
pitch it
swallowed.
back.
He was getting completely eaten. Yeah. I like that. Sacrifice. By the way, somebody says the middle boob from Total Recall was made out of paper mache, and it went up for auction. Nice. And then they have the question, how much would you pay for a paper mache boob? I would not spend a lot of money on a paper mache boob, but if you could certify that it was the Total Recall paper mache boob, I would think about that. Mm-hmm. I don't know where my wife would let me put it up in the house, but we would have a paper mache boob. All right, Tyler, here is your question. In what 2 California cities did Neil Young say he looked for a heart of gold in the song Heart of Gold?
I have no idea. Let's go with San Diego and Sacramento.
Now, he went there for prostitutes. Yeah.
Hollywood and Redwood.
Hollywood and Redwood, yes. That's for the heart of gold.
Well, I mean, first of all, you think you're going to find that in Hollywood?
Come on.
Jesus.
No. Or Redwood.
He also searched the ocean. Didn't find it there either.
Did he ever find it? Because at some point I stopped paying attention.
No, I never did. Because he had a song, I Found the Heart of Gold, as a follow-up.
And it was a letdown.
It was Kim
Hey,
Basinger.
I'm so sorry, guys. My wife is calling me. I'm going to have to let you guys go.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Not with the wife.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, what does she want? I'll pick up this. Can you stop on the way home?
I could, but
Were
I'm
we
not.
just talking to a horse? It sounds like that guy gets whipped.
Oh, damn. All right, Mr. Ed. We'll talk to you next time.
Yeah. Sorry, fellas. I got to go.
Hello, Stuart. Welcome to the men's
Hey,
room.
what's going on, guys?
Stuart, are you sober or not sober?
Well, I'm single, so I won't hang up.
All right.
Oh, damn. That's a man right there.
Look out. Okay.
Did I hear you on the goddamn radio again? And you ignored my call.
All right, Stuart, pick one. Swallowed by a whale, ejected from a plane, submersible, or a hippo encounter. What are you taking?
Well, ejected from a plane for sure.
All right.
Easy choice.
Sounds fun.
That lady just ruined her husband's day. He didn't even know.
He's just doing the thing.
I'll just call and see how your day was.
I mean, hell, it could have been like my water broke.
Nothing.
We don't know.
99% is nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And how intense is that relationship if you can't wait 5 minutes to call him back?
Come on.
Come on, Tyler.
See, but the problem is, she probably heard his ass on the radio. She's like, I know you had your phone on you. So I know you knew that I was calling you. All right, Stuart, here's your question. What toy company produces the Transformers action figures?
More than meets
I only
the
know
eye.
one. We'll go on, Mattel.
The other one. Hasbro.
What category? Voltron, not a Transformer.
No.
Voltron, totally different.
That was a Power Ranger, wasn't it?
Voltron?
Voltron, wasn't it?
No, he was.
Not in our
the
day.
Power Rangers could, like, Voltron out, but Voltron was just his own deal. You just needed five different
He was
people.
like 3 feet high, man. He was in the Godzilla realm.
What was I thinking of?
I don't know. I mean, Voltron and the Power Rangers, not that much different. All right, your question. We were talking about whales. Despite its name, Which species of whale is most likely to die in mass strandings on a beach?
Despite its name.
Despite its name.
The never die whale?
Jeez. Man. That's a doozy. Orca? No.
Pilot whale? It is a pilot whale.
I was wrong. It was Megazord.
Oh, Megazord, yeah.
Megazord.
All right, let's go back to toy companies. What toy company owns Fisher-Price?
Mattel.
All right. There you go.
There you go.
Head Chef is coming up. Ted's Meet at Potato celebrates President's Day at 4:30. And we got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I read in USA Today that the majority of people stop GLP-1 weight loss injection shots in a year. Now, what's concerning is if you get off GLP-1s, there's a real chance you can gain all the weight back. The solution? Alma said, a natural superfood protein shake. University studies show it optimizes your metabolism so you can lose weight easily, and Alma said it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Use Alma said with GLP-1s or as a natural alternative. Find out more and see the university studies at almased.com. That's ALMASED.com.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Are you a bartender that dreads the phrase, hey, can you put the game on? At Sports on What, we understand your pain and we're here to help. Over-the-air, satellite, cable, or streaming, Sports on What knows what channel the game is on, and you can too. Follow your favorite teams, set alerts, and filter by provider to get the results you need. Stop wasting time searching and never miss kickoff again. Just download the Sports on What app, and you'll always know how to watch the game. Available for Android and iOS. Start your 7-day free trial when you download Sports on What and subscribe today.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
We will celebrate President's Day coming up with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes at 4:30. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jump right to the birthdays. Ola Bacholas, could you please have the captain and the Dirty Germans wish my beautiful wife Barbara, pronounced Barb, a super-duper, ultra-awesome birthday. Could you also reassure her this will indeed be the Mariners' year, that secretly Dylan Moore has a crush on her. Thanks for all you guys do, keeping the world spinning in the right direction every day. That from Pete in Port Orchard.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. You know, it's funny your name is Barb. When I hear the name Barb, it reminds me of the time that Snap for Rice Krispies got a fish hook stuck in his left nipple. Well, Crack and the Pop came running onto the bridge of the old SS Guppy screaming that Snap needed help because he had a barb in his nipple. Well, all of us mascots rushed down to help him, but when we got there, we noticed that he was hanging from the ceiling by it, and we realized he didn't need help. He was just a freak. Anyway, that's what I think of when I hear the name Barb. Snap. Hanging from the ceiling by a fish hook in his nipple. Crunch berries.
All right. Barb, here's some dad jokes. Where do bad rainbows go? Where do bad rainbows go?
Prism.
To Prism. What do you call a guy that hates protein powder? A guy that hates protein powder.
Weak.
No way, Jose.
Oh.
Guys, good news, I lost my virginity to a cougar.
Oh, yeah?
Bad news, I've been banned from the zoo. But I have been picking around on the banjo, so I played a part of dueling banjos for my sister. She absolutely hated it.
Really?
Yes, but our 7 kids loved it. Oh. Did you hear about the Irish pub that serves a mix of Cajun and Asian cuisine?
No.
For any occasion.
I mean, that would dominate an Irish person's palate.
And Ted, what do you call it when a bunch of guys get together and watch the Super Bowl?
A party.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Fresh off the press.
That's right. What I got here? Gentlemen, please wish my awesome, talented, and beautiful daughter, Bree, pronounced Breezy, a happy 20-something birthday today. Please give her a cat birth along with the Dirty Germans. You guys rock. Happy 20th. That from the Lone Hippie. Let's see. Is it this one, maybe? No. Is it that one? No. That's not it. It's this one. Yeah.
Yeah, your name is Bree, but you go by Breezy. You know, my backside is also nicknamed Breezy.
So you know what's her backside's also nicknamed?
Wow.
Sleazy.
Yeah. Get sleazy, breezy, beautiful.
All the dinosaurs want to wish my friend Smelly Eric a happy 36th birthday. How about some thrill shotgun gets? And Mike speaking like Jack the Ripper. Thanks, guys. That from John. Get.
Hello. I love birthday party. I've attended plenty. I like to open people up like a present. There's plenty of goodies inside, eh, what?
Boys, want to give a birthday shout out to my friend Jessica. Today is
Proper stab up, isn't it?
Proper stabbing.
She is 40, all-around awesome person. So how about some shotgun gets? The captain on his favorite dive bar spots aboard the SS Guppy. And everyone talking over yourselves about how awesome of a supermom she is to her 2 kids and how to survive being supermom to 2 kids. Thanks, brothers. Congrats on 20 years. Been listening since 2012. That from Maverick.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. I know I've brought up my favorite strip club, the Stubbly Clam, where me and Ted like to go. But my favorite dive bar would be the Oozing Bump, named after its proprietor, Sheila, who, in fact, has oozing bumps. But she has to take off her pants for you to see them. And after me and Ted realized she must also own the Stubbly Clam. Crunchberries.
That is a good bar, man.
The Stubbly Clam.
Stubbly Clam.
Oh, let's see. Supermom.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's called being a mom.
Kids, I'll tell you right now.
Hopefully she's
You're going to get mad at you. They're going to blame you all the time, and you're responsible for everything. But they're finally going to realize
You never want to have sex.
at some point they had,
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Okay, this one says an idea for a commercial for our sponsor, Pinky's Plumbing.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Dear Men's Room and Boo Bitches, I have a commercial idea I'd like payment on for with just some sausage, since I cannot find it anywhere near me. Are you experiencing a Mike Hawk caca, or a Daily Miggs vegan bomb, or a veggie dog stank? Or do you have Steve Thrill's Daughter Blueberry ring on your bowl? Then call Pinky Plumbing at the Stank Studio of The Rock and get a poop knife that can cut it through. Love you guys. Thanks for 20 years out from Doug.
You know what, man? We should
idea
talk
from
to
our new sponsor.
To Pinky's Plumbing. Like, look, man, maybe come out with the Pinky's Plumbing poop knife.
Oh, God.
Well,
So-
hey, look, Mike, as
Just
someone
so
with
they-
experience in
But
this,
that-
I would say
that
it
would hurt
solves
their
a lot
business.
of why?
They need you. They want you to call when it's clogged.
Yeah, but if
if
they
you have
don't
your own
need-
poop knife, you're solving half the problem.
But you call them for real
Sorta.
problems.
You will look. The poop knife. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it will solve the problem then, but you got bigger problems. If you need a poop knife, then you probably also need Pinky's Plumbing. Yeah. That's how it goes. Like, if you need a poop knife, there are bad things in your pipes. Just because it disappeared from view does not mean that your pipes are okay.
And one more little note here. Our wonderful promotion director, Kayla, here at Odyssey in Seattle. She informed us today that she was doing a little looking around because she wanted to do a little shopping, right?
Yeah.
So what was she shopping for? She was shopping for the Men's Room IPA in the bright yellow can, the 20th anniversary lager in the silver can from Black Raven Brewing. She was also at the same time looking for the delicious Men's Room roasted salsa from San Juan Salsa Company. All right. And she was looking for the Men's Room beer brat from Uli's Famous Sausage. She found a spot that saved her all the trouble and all the time in one location that carried all of the products. So big shout out and thank you to the Thriftway in West Seattle. If you're looking for any of that stuff for your 3-day weekend and you're in the West Seattle area, stop by Thriftway and do all of your shopping.
That Thriftway always has our stuff.
I met
they
one
have
convenient
all
location.
three
I met
at
a
once.
woman this year at a Christmas party who had no idea what the show was, just loved the sausage.
Really?
The Men's Room sausage. She was like, yeah, my sister calls me if it's at that Thriftway.
Okay.
What got her to try the sausage if you don't know the show? I only say that because I'm so used to saying Men's Room for 20 years that it doesn't have the same connotation to me that to someone
Honestly, I think
who's
they
never
were just
heard the
that
show.
big Uli's fans.
Oh,
so they would
okay.
just try whatever new. And then, I mean, literally, when I told her I worked on that show, she seemed floored
That she
there
knows
was a radio
connected
show.
to her.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
really?
That is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Spread the word however we can, right? So the West Seattle Thriftway has all of our products.
Thank you.
If you're looking for that care package, and yes, very much appreciated. Also, keep in mind, if you find any of our products anywhere, please snap a picture and send it to the men's room at KISW.
Snap a picture yourself.
And we'll spread the word. So if you're in that area, you can stop by and pick some up. Oh, coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day, but first...
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house. Thank you, folks. Thank you. President's Day weekend is approaching. So our own Mike Hawk sent me a list here of Abe Lincoln's. Honest Abe. His 25 favorite foods. Then I also pulled up a list here of presidents and their favorite foods. The ironic thing is, these lists are all over the place. Like this one list I pulled up for every president's favorite food, they got one that's not on the Lincoln list for Lincoln.
Oh, then maybe he was lying.
Yeah.
It depends who asked. If it's his wife.
Yes, Mary?
Yeah, but Mary, this is great.
Yeah.
Right? Much differently. Yeah. Oh, cool. Steamed broccoli again. I love
casserole.
it.
So, look, Abraham Lincoln comes out of the gate swinging. His favorite foods. Apple pie.
All right.
Pretty simple. A lot of lists just say overall, Abraham Lincoln loved apples. That was his go-to.
So that's just his thing.
Loves them.
So what else was available? Pecan pie, pumpkin pie,
sweet potato.
What you got to
cherry
keep in
pie.
mind, too, is that there's not sugar. I mean, there's sugar, but there's not like candies as we know it and chocolate and all this stuff. So just the sweetness of apples alone.
Yeah,
like,
that explains it.
You know, like, I'm going to keep eating them. Chicken fresices.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this one. It's not really a dish that people make anymore. In the 1800s, it was massive. It's basically, they say, look, it's essentially a chicken stew with meat and vegetables simmered in a rich sauce.
Okay.
Sounds not.
The rich sauce helps.
Gingerbread men cookies.
Specifically the cookies. All right.
Yeah. He ate them when he was a kid, ended up loving them. So he was always a go-to.
Sounds like a guy that likes fall.
Sticking with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oysters.
Okay. Oh,
now, they say he was a fan of them anyway, but especially liked them stewed or pickled.
Ooh,
interesting.
I read a pickled oyster. I would try it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Well, depending what the source is.
And
yeah.
back in the day, those were cheap. People ate them. They were plentiful.
Yeah, I mean, gave them the prisoners.
Yeah. That's why they call the sandwich a po' boy.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And animals. Let's see. What's one breakfast meat everybody loves?
Bacon.
Right.
Spam.
Yeah.
Shocking. No, not spam. Shocking. He was a fan of spam as well. Blueberry pie was on his list. It was the inaugural dinner menu had that on there. It was pretty bare bones. There was soup, meat, potatoes, and then blackberry pie.
And he loves his pies, didn't he?
I like that. Meat. What kind of meat?
Meat and dessert.
Right.
That's what this guy was into.
Now, here's where it shows up on a lot of lists as his absolute favorite food, corn cakes. Whether they're called corn cakes or hoe cakes, as I like to call them, Johnny cakes or corn pone. He loved them. Basically, I can look it up real quick.
Is it like a pancake? But just...
It is.
Okay, that's
and you're
what I thought.
frying
It's
it
like a
in
latke,
grease.
but corn.
Basically, yeah. But
Okay.
it's not like a corn fritter, right? It's closer to a cake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty good.
So far, I wouldn't mind eating dinner with Abe.
Yeah.
Here's one I love. I grew up Irish Catholic, corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, all right, come on, yeah.
Again, just apples on the list. A big one from back in the day, depending on where you're from. I mean, even to this day, depending on where you're from, it's how they're going to be made. Biscuits.
All right.
You know what I mean?
He was a basic dude that I like.
Southern cooking, it sounds like.
Yeah, and there wasn't a ton of other options. Almond cake makes it on there. Mary Todd Lincoln was known for making an almond cake that her husband enjoyed often. Plus, you got to keep in mind, he's a wartime president.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Certainly
I'm going to
short
assume that
supply.
they didn't have a White House chef back then.
I don't know. Probably not. They didn't even have security for him.
That's
Coffee. He didn't. He preferred water with most meals. He didn't drink alcohol, but he did enjoy his coffee.
Okay.
Venison. Again,
Yeah.
You got to imagine back then,
Plentiful.
beef isn't is all the restaurants and everything. So venison is one that comes on the table all the time. Pretty easy. You go. I mean, look, at that point in D.C., you could go out the back of the White House and shoot one. But you're right. He does stay soulful. Turkey legs.
Oh, legs. All right.
Turkey legs and turkey wings. To me, if it's not a soul food kitchen, don't order them.
Right.
It's going to be tough. It's not going to be great.
Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, I've gotten them before at the fair. they're overhyped. They look great.
They do. They look cool.
And I like the idea of it, but
they're selling the visual.
Yeah. And then some presidents. All right, somebody pick an old school president.
Thomas Jefferson.
All right, let's go up to Mr. Jefferson. Some of these presidents, I like this one. William Henry Harrison. Squirrel stew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was getting after it. The 8th president, Martin Van Buren.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a hint. It's a very popular lunch meat. Your daughter loves it.
Turkey.
Boar's head.
Oh, the actual boar.
Like literal boar.
Wow. You really make the head of a boar?
Yeah.
I guess the cheeks are good.
There's a place in town you can get a pig's head and just kind of pick at it. All right, Miles, you said Andrew Jackson, correct?
Steve did.
Steve did. Andrew Jackson, as they used to call him, Old Hickory, apparently he preferred tenderloin with the Jezebel sauce.
What is Jezebel sauce?
From Jezebel.
Yeah. How about Taft? Because he was a notoriously fat president, right?
Saltwater Taft.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he was a really
Taft
big guy.
showed up. I don't even have to.
Everything.
I don't have to scroll down to it. No, apparently his big thing was that he ate a 13 to 15 ounce steak.
Jeez.
Every morning just to kind of get the day going.
Every morning?
Yes, every morning. God, I saw it on
He probably
here.
had a White House chef then.
And he ate him too?
Yeah, but that was his big thing. He liked that. James Garfield again, squirrel soup. I can't agree with this guy. Chester A. Arthur.
All right.
Turtle steak.
Turtle steak.
I'd give that a try, man.
I've never eaten turtle just because I'm a Maryland fan, but a lot of sports reporters I saw down in New Orleans last week were talking about eating turtle soup and how much they liked it.
Yeah, turtle soup and anything gator. If you go to New Orleans, just try it. It is very, very good.
I do agree with gator, man. Give it a try if you can. Teddy Roosevelt, man after my own heart, fried chicken, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, come on, man. Keep it simple.
I saw a list today that was, what's it, Jimmy Carter. He's got a famous
Peanuts.
Cheese grits.
Oh.
He's from Georgia.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's not like he was from Atlanta. I mean, he's like deep Georgia.
Franklin D. Roosevelt, he just like a grilled cheese.
Really?
Yeah. And you kind of see where we're getting into more modern era stuff, too.
He was just such a big hunter. I just assumed it was some meat dish, but it's grilled cheese.
This won't shock you. No, it won't kill you. Kennedy, like New England fish chowder.
Ooh, fish, not clam, but
not
fish.
clam.
I'll tell you what, clam chowder's great. When they start throwing some salmon in there and some other things, some shrimp, if you get a seafood chowder, that's outstanding.
I don't like the salmon in it. That's usually, I just don't like cooked salmon.
Right.
Lyndon B. Johnson, this won't shock you. The guy is from Texas. He likes
ribs,
barbecue.
Hell yeah, man.
Richard Nixon was big on cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese?
It's delicious.
I mean, but when you say, what's your favorite food? Cottage cheese.
All right. George H.W. Bush, pork rinds.
Pork rinds.
Yeah. Bill Clinton was famous for chicken enchiladas at the White House. To me, he'll always be famous for fast food as well.
Yeah,
and then I read another list that said he loved cheeseburgers with jalapenos. And then George Bush, every list you read, it shows up with the cheeseburger pizza.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, I think George Bush, too, W, clearly was a guy that, what's the word? He enjoyed stuff maybe a little too much.
Sure.
So it's all right, I'm running, I don't drink anymore. I don't do this. I don't do that. It's I'm keeping the goddamn cheeseburger pizza.
Yeah, you can't blame him for that, man.
This list says Barack Obama was big on chili. I mean, what, because he ate a Ben's chili bowl?
That might be why I kept going to Ben's Chili Bowl.
God. Miles, Donald Trump.
Big Mac.
They
KFC.
say the fish fillet.
Oh, really?
What?
Okay.
He's one of the only people I know that actively will order a fish fillet. And then Joe Biden, you've seen all the pictures. What food does he love the most?
Ice cream.
You're damn right. There's a lot of pictures of him
just
sitting there eating ice cream and stuff. I know Obama was pretty famous, too, for unscheduled pop-in to Five Guys in the area.
Yes.
In D.C. And they showed up there. It was a cultural phenomenon, man. I remember people getting on planes in D.C. with Five Guys. You're never going to see it.
Look out.
Yeah. So there you go. Presidents, just like us, eat food.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. Coming to the 5:08. We will drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, Call Pinky when you get home to a flood. Call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink a toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. Scientists have discovered the smartest fish in the sea.
The smartest fish?
The smartest fish. Your best guess on what the smartest fish in the sea is?
It's a fish we've heard of.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's not this, the weird pelican fish or something like that.
I'll say like
a sailfish.
Yeah, sunfish, sailfish.
Sunfish, sailfish. No, it actually has a baseball mascot named
Marlin?
The manta ray.
Oh, the manta ray.
The manta ray. Basically,
that makes sense.
They have massive brains, even compared to their own size. They have these big old brains in it. Like there's an entire article in IFL Science or whichever site that is.
Yeah,
that's got it all about the manta ray there.
Huh.
Yeah,
that makes sense when you say it.
Indeed. According to Merriam-Webster, the word of the day: gallant.
Gallant.
Oh, they were gallantly streaming.
Correct. Brave.
Yeah.
Bravely.
And no one uses the word.
Nobody does. That's the whole thing. Wouldn't it?
Shouldn't the word of the day be something that people use in regular conversation?
Right.
We know what the word means, but no one actually says it.
And yet I think we've had this conversation, do they expect us to try to find a way to incorporate gallant into our everyday, just regular grammar?
I feel that they do it to remind you that they're there. Right,
yeah.
Because it's not like you go to their website to see their word of the day. It's other websites will tell you
correct
that they have determined, and then there's a link to their website, but no one goes to their website to find out what the word of the day is.
Well, to be fair, it's one of those things where, look, we do need a dictionary. It's just something
absolutely.
that we do need. However, not much going on in the world of the dictionary. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's have a word of the day. Researchers conducting a study of birds found that birds actually need to be able to hear themselves sing.
Makes sense.
If I could save time in a bottle.
The study actually had talked about that the pitch that the bird sings actually does come into the communication. It does. It's basically technically they're tweeting the same thing. However, much like two words can fit in one sentence one way, they can't fit that same way in another way.
So their tone is everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Ted kind of told me this joke years ago. I guess it was a comedian who said it. Who said, look, how you say things changes everything. So he looks at the crowd and says, man, I love children. People clap. I love children.
I love children.
Much different vibe, right? It's like the bird's kind of doing the same thing.
Pretty much. Exactly. It gives you...
yeah. There's a lot of words like that.
Right. If you say it differently, not even say it right. Just change your tone.
Just the tone says what you're trying to say.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why texting is an issue. And sometimes emails.
That is really the problem.
Because some people don't know how to send emails properly.
Mm. No, think about it. Hey, man, look at that chick over there. Dude, she is hot. Hey, man, look at that chick over there. Dude, yeah, she's hot.
She's
right, or, like that guy's clearly smarter than I am. Or like, that guy's clearly smarter than I am.
Right. Exact same.
Say words. In case you wanted to get the exact day correct, tomorrow, as we know, is Valentine's Day, but today is truly for the ladies because today is Galentine's Day.
I did not know that.
Neither did I. I thought it was
not
just
for you.
Correct. You know what? That's a fair call.
Then why don't we just come up with Palentine's Day?
Ooh.
I'm hanging out with my pals. How about what?
Palentine's Day.
I will say, you will know, the only way I've ever known it's Galentine's Day is if you go to a bar tonight.
So tomorrow's not enough?
No.
Not enough.
These are single women.
Oh. I thought they were just friend groups.
And I kind of thought that that's what women did on Valentine's Day, or at least around Valentine's Day. I didn't realize that it was their own designated day, like truly not. No. It's February 13th.
Yeah,
that's the day.
Means nothing to me.
No, not at all.
Well, isn't it from Parks and Rec?
Yeah, that was the show. Well, I don't know if they created it, but they definitely popularized it.
All right.
It's for the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Popularized, but that's where I thought it was from.
All right. New research has discovered that our planet's core is changing its speed and deforming at its surface.
That can be good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Basically, what it's going to do is affect the magnetic field that we've got going on.
That's even better news.
Yeah.
Also, I found out from Ben and Jerry that it's full of caramel.
That's right.
Core.
We got a great core.
It's either that or fudge.
I prefer the fudge ones, man. Not gonna lie.
Do you?
Oh yeah. They got one. I forget what it was. It's got like a chocolate cookie dough core.
All right.
That's great, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get around that thing because I will not stop myself.
I'm just trying to think. When you hear the word deformed, is there a way to put that in a positive context?
Deform?
If you say, hey, this kid has a deformity, like you're not expecting to see the most beautiful child you've ever seen. You are bracing yourself for something.
You see this acrobat? Deform is great.
Yes.
Man, Thrill, you're right.
I'm just trying to think, words are never a positive thing.
Yeah, when I talk about that awful deformed hot dog I ate, looked more like a turnip.
Oh, God.
Wow. It's a fear due to a man, Mike. You end up hunkering down on a hot dog you don't want to eat. You're scared of the man sitting across from you. You don't want to look like a bitch.
That's right.
And then he goes, why did you eat that weird hot dog? I said, because I'm scared of you, sir.
You frightened me.
Why did you eat that weird?
Son, you're 35. I am dating your girl or dating your daughter, and you are a state trooper and used to be a drill instructor. I'm still scared of you.
I will eat your
deformed hot dogs.
I probably had 10 meals with that man. If he walked into a room, I'd still be scared.
All right. More than 1 million igloo coolers had to be recalled, Ted.
Damn it, I have an igloo cooler.
Why?
Because you could be locked inside like a kid or something?
No, people's fingertips were getting amputated.
Oh, hey. Jeez.
Hard to build an igloo with no tips on your fingers.
I just have an old school igloo.
Yeah?
You know, you just pop down the side.
Oh, there you go.
You've had beers out of that bad boy.
Yeah. It's a good one, man.
Yeah.
What is up with these new igloos that are taking off fingers,
Whatever.
man?
Fingertips.
Take fingertips.
Not the full finger.
Oh, then quit your bitching.
Once
right.
Yeti showed up with like heavy duty, everybody's up their game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that taking off people's fingertips is upping one's game, but
That's how secure they are.
That's right.
you can't get your fingers back out once that thing slams shut.
Slam shut.
You worried about ice melting? There's 5 fingertips in there.
And guess what? They'll be fine because the ice is keeping them cold.
Exactly what I was thinking. Take it straight to the hospital with you.
Anyhow, Miles, you close the cooler, dude.
Fire up the tractor and haul that bitch behind you.
All for a
grab
White
the
Claw.
keys.
Yeah.
Vineyards in California may have found a positive in the devastation of the wildfires. It's actually smoking the grapes for their wine, creating a new flavor profile that connoisseurs are actually enjoying.
Wow.
Well, that accidentally happened years ago, and they said that the grapes were ruined, but they're going to do it anyway. And then people started liking the wine.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, look, if that's your only source of income, and if I own a vineyard, then that's what I do, right? So it sounds classless for them to bring it up.
Yeah.
But I know it, but there's no other way
Tone
to put
deaf
it.
is more the way that it sounds. But,
But it's not, there's just no nice way of saying it because I'm sure someone would, how did this, impact your industry? And say, look, man, we're not trying to shine a turd here, but honest to God, the wine we're producing, people really
I'm surprised that they didn't do it in the first place. I figured smoky flavor just works when it comes to alcohol.
Well, a lot of those vines were also able to regenerate once they got scorched.
Yeah.
So even the next year, the grapes had a smoky flavor to them.
Nice. I mean, yeah.
If you like that. It's like mezcal.
that kind
It's
of
like the mezcal of wine, right?
Ted, what do feet, Boston, and boxers all have in common?
Feet, Boston, and boxers.
That's right. That's exactly right. You're thinking socks, I can tell, but we're just going to talk about the foots.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Well done.
Thank you.
The Men's Room Top 10.
Boxers sock people, Ted.
10 brilliant uses for old socks, according to experts. As a former curious adolescent teen boy, I can state with profound and decisive certainty that after that sock has taken the abuse of what a budding horn dog does with it, the only thing you can do with that sock is to set it on fire. There is no force on earth, including the world's most powerful power washer, that will remedy that crusted over 3-day-old chicken Alfredo leftover usable. Burn it. Burn it with fire.
God. That paints a picture. So just in case, so again, these are 10 brilliant uses for old socks according to experts, and this comes to us.
What kind of expert? I'm just curious. I'm an old sock expert.
From MarthaStewart.com.
Say no more.
There you go. So get ready. This is going to be a ride. Here's what they say for the 10 uses for old socks. Number 10, you can use them to protect your furniture. Throw a few pairs of socks onto your toolkit. They're essential to have on hand when moving or rearranging furniture. Placing a pair of socks under a large piece of furniture or slipping them over the feet before moving it will protect your beautiful floors from scratches and scuffs.
Okay, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like when socks are ready to be thrown out, they're thrown out.
Well, and the thing is that
you don't have heavy enough furniture.
I do have a drawer that has some that I don't wear often, but like, I don't know, they're either taller or something, or you wear them with boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thought about, like, I got to put these to work.
Well, and my old socks, they all have holes in them. So
that's when they go.
Slipping them over the feet of the couch ain't going to do a daggone thing.
Yeah.
It's just the holes are going to be right there. Polishing and cleaning, yes. The best polishing and cleaning rags are always cut-up bed sheets, T-shirts, and old socks. A thick old sock makes an efficient polishing tool or a great option for wiping down surfaces and dusting.
She's probably not wrong. You just feel weird. You know, it's just in your head. Like, look, I know I've washed this. I know it's been laundered. It's a sock.
It's like old underwear.
And right.
Exactly. This has been places that I don't really want to expect to
I got a
clean.
paper towel.
Yeah.
Right. Again, you're correct. But
You know what I'd use it for? I'd use it for a cheesecloth. You know, I'd make
cold.
Pour that soup stock right down through that bad boy.
Is that an old sock?
Give it a little bit more of a blue
Works like a
cheese,
charm.
blue cheese feta flavor.
10 uses for old socks. You can use it as a pet toy. An old sock makes the perfect pet toy while traveling. Throw a few in your pet's travel bag to keep them entertained for long car rides or while visiting family and friends in unfamiliar places.
Socks make a good pet toy.
Yeah, the problem with that is now, if you have socks on the floor, if you have socks in a basket,
the dog's going after them.
Whether they're done or not, they can't differentiate. So they might just start eating your good socks.
Mike, I got one for you that probably won't be on the list.
Hit me, Ted.
If you have an old tube sock, put a roll of quarters in the bottom, tie the top in a knot.
Yeah.
You got a weapon.
Damn right. Damn right.
I'm pretty sure Martha Stewart has that on her list.
My mom taught me that when I was a kid. We used to go downtown.
For you ladies, you can use them as heatless curlers. If you're into heatless hairstyles, think twice before throwing out that pair of long, fuzzy socks. The trend has been circulating around on the internet for some time now, and it never fails to create perfect, bouncy curls overnight.
Really?
Yeah, when she smells funky.
That's right.
Girl, you smell like feet.
Girl, your hair smells like foot. Come on, man.
I go to a girl's house. She's got her hair up in sock curlers. Sorry, I'm out. What's going on? Are curlers that expensive?
I mean, they get up there, Ted. Especially the
The
heatless
little
ones.
pink ones?
You bet, dude. Yeah. I don't know.
You're just trying to protect women.
Yes, I am. The catnip toy. If you have a cat, fill the old sock with catnip. That's honestly a home run.
Yeah, so that is not a bad call.
Because you good, Ted?
To say you could do the same with some beef sticks and a bunny.
Here you go, buddy.
Snack.
You want that? Boot shapers. For tall socks, place tissue paper inside of the socks and use them as soft but structured boot shapers to keep your tall boots at attention in the closet.
Keep them at attention? I didn't know that was a thing. I know they fold over. I just didn't know that anyone cared that they did, because they always do.
They do, because my wife did it, especially when we were moving. She grabbed pool noodles and shoved them in there.
Really?
And it keeps them upright.
Huh.
It keeps them keep their form.
Okay.
Whiteboard erasers.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right.
Donate your used socks to a local classroom to be used for crafts.
Those kids are like, hey, teacher, how broke are we, man? Damn.
Sock puppets for the kids.
Well, yeah.
Use them to make sock puppets if you have kids in your life. Go ahead and just use some other socks.
Like, you make your own sock
I
puppet.
need the sock puppet to have a big old stain right on its mouth. Come on now. Use them as boot cuffs. Number 2 on the list of the 10 uses for old socks. For extra warmth in the winter, try cutting off the toe end of the long boot sock and folding it over the top of your boot to create a boot cuff. Oh my dear God. Not only will this keep you warm, but it'll also look cute.
No, it won't.
Because that's what people wearing boots want to do.
Yeah.
Golly. And then this is the number 1 use for old socks.
Actually, VD knocked it out of the park, but what do they say?
Microwavable heated compresses.
Oh, my God.
If you don't already have a heating pad at home, try filling an old sock with rice or flax seeds to create your own. Add a few drops of essential oils if decided, and microwave for up to 2 minutes each time.
Is this a sock full of seeds?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Sounds like you're oddly cooking the rice.
I've been doing that for
stocking them in there
years.
for some time now.
I say, there's a lot of young men who have used socks for other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Miles, a driver in Florida, was stopped by police because he was going just a little bit too fast.
How fast was he going?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Good job it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve and Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today's shot is brought to you by our friends at Black Raven Brewing, the proud brewers of Men's Room IPA and the Men's Room 20th Anniversary Lager. By the way, Mike, real quick, were you trying to sound like Martha Stewart?
It was my best attempt, yeah.
Okay, well, text came in that says Mike sounds effing creepy.
Well,
she kind of does.
She's a little bit
to be
creepy.
fair,
man.
yeah.
Hey, she been to jail. She done hard time.
I know, man. Felon. Today we toast an unidentified man from Austin, Texas. Earlier this week, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo's annual Pony Express ride kicked off. Our honoree, have you guys seen this video?
No.
Okay, well, our honoree, it's unreal. Our honoree, he was one of the horseback riders who basically they take to the streets and highways to deliver invitations to state officials.
I did see this.
Yeah, it's a traditional thing. They do this every year. Anyway, as he was guiding his horse along the shoulder of Highway 290, disaster struck. Now, we know it was Highway 290 because it was the big metal Highway 290 sign that he clotheslined himself on. He slammed face first into the sign in what is being described as, and I quote, cartoonishly brutal collision. The rider's condition, unknown. So he's on the shoulder of the road. He's riding his horse. They have a bit of a police escort, and the police escorts to make sure the other vehicles don't hit this guy. There's nothing they can do.
The horse is running pretty good clip, too.
It's like the Pony Express. Like what you picture the Pony Express, that's what they're doing. They're trying to recreate
Right
it.
now it makes more sense. You hear the lady go, "Oh, it's the Pony Express."
Yeah, that's exactly it. And, it's this big thing they do every year, and they hand-deliver these invitations on horseback, and this horse veers a little bit. This guy has like maybe 1 second to try to avoid the sun. I mean, it hits him in the face. It makes an awful noise. He is off the horse, and then the video kind of ends. But I'm telling you, if you get the chance to watch it, watch it.
Oh, that's it. That's the one where you react like, "Oh,
yeah. Like, God!" Mm-hmm. It's brutal enough it wouldn't even be on America's Funniest Home Videos, in spite of the fact that it's funny.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if just like his shoulder clipped it.
It was his face.
Or if it was higher than just somehow the horse got under.
Yeah, oh yeah, the horse is like, let me go ahead and duck.
Kind of
Here's the
ran
sign.
between the two posts of the sign.
Yeah, man.
Just at that level, man.
It was poof. That was brutal. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party and our tummies down the hola bichola.
Let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This now. 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
At Cardinal Heating and Air, we elevate your comfort with expert HVAC solutions in the greater Seattle area. Our decades of experience have fostered lasting relationships built on quality service. Whether you need AC repair, heating repair, routine maintenance, a new installation, or an emergency fix, you can trust Cardinal Heating and Air, now offering electrical services. Experience the exceptional service and peace of mind that Cardinal Heating and Air delivers, today and for years to come.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Low-carb keto yo-yo diets, GLP-1 injections, but you're never going to lose weight if your liver is clogged with fat. So what can you do? It's simple. Almaced. Almaced is a natural superfood protein shake that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism so it's easier to lose weight. And it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Join millions who have transformed their lives with Almaced. Find out more and see the university studies at almaced.com. That's ALMASED.com.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please start me one out? Profile This is played.
Sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, We'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola. All right, Hefe, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
Man.
And by the way, congratulations on 20 years, boys.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Really
Definitely appreciate that, man. All right, you have your choice today of one of three stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Hit Me With Your Best Shot, where you guess the unconventional object that someone chose to use as a weapon. And finally, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Let's go with the Animalize This,
All right, a Netherlands animal rescue group was called out to a seaside hotel when a guest walked into the room to find an animal taking a nap. The Zeeland Animal Welfare Foundation said on social media that rescuers took a call from employees at the Boulevard 17 hotel and couldn't believe it at first when they explained the situation. Rescuers arrived and confirmed there was the quoted animal taking a nap on the floor of the hotel room. They called for help from the Sea Animal Rescue Team, Netherlands, and other groups worked together to remove the animal from the room. Now, the animal, who had become quite grumpy due to his disturbed beauty sleep, was placed in a basket and relocated to a quieter area of the seashore. The question is, what is the animal that wandered into the hotel room and went to sleep and woke up grumpy? Was it a tortoise? Was it a seal? Was it a swan or was it a duck? So tortoise, seal, swan, or duck?
Well, does it say anything about, like, how many, give any feel about how many people had to come out from the Zeeland animal place?
It doesn't. It just says that the Zeeland Animal Welfare Foundation and another group of rescuers.
And where was it again?
This was in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands.
All right, Jeff, I'm going seal.
Baby!
Kiss from a rose.
Seal or tortoise, Miles. I'm right there with you because it was grumpy, right?
Yeah, they said it was grumpy when they woke it up.
Grumpy. Yeah, let's go seal. I think. What do you think, Ted?
I'm with you, and it makes sense that a seal would be like spread out on your bed, like chilling, and grumpy. Like I'd be like, oh, the duck woke up angry, but I feel like grumpy describes a seal.
Okay, are we all going seal?
Well, a lot of times I lose because I always like to take that outside shot. So I think if you guys are going to go seal, I'm going to go with the turtle.
Turtle.
I'm going tortoise.
All right.
You know what? I like his idea. I'll play along. I'll take the duck.
The duck.
You're going
for
duck.
Ted.
All right.
Okay. What was in this hotel room? A tortoise, a seal, a swan, or duck? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Categories Animalize This on Profilers. We go to all places. A Netherlands hotel. Authorities showed up at the hotel to remove an animal who took a nap in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Eventually, the animal was relocated. Question is, what was the animal that showed up in someone's hotel room? Was it a tortoise, a seal, a swan, or a duck?
And that was a question we posed to you, Jeff. You went with a tortoise. It was not a tortoise, grumpy or otherwise.
I'd be shocked there's even a tortoise in that area of the world.
I just had to think of like 4 animals that live near the ocean, like tortoise. D. Ted Smith, you went with the duck.
Duck.
It was not a duck.
A grumpy duck.
Duck of death.
The grumpy duck. I'd go to that bar.
Me too.
And
We've been to it.
I'm kidding. I was going to ask, have I, man? And Ted, you went with the seal?
I went seal.
Miles went seal.
Miles, you went seal? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we all went seal. We just went other animals to be different. There's a seal in there, honey.
Let's wake it up. Why is grumpy? It's grumpy seal.
Why would you be grumpy? You wake up in a hotel room. Everything should be all right.
Well, that's why he's grumpy.
But they're asking you to leave.
Oh.
When's the last time you woke up from a nap with somebody going, get up, dude?
And get out. Get up and get out.
Thanks. Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Seth Meyers. You got the Jimmies.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Tomlinson.
Taylor.
Stephen Colbert. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
And it's right there. The title. These guys have talented teams and writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
There's a hot air balloon company in California that's offering to let you join the Mile High Club. The pilot stands behind a curtain with earmuffs on to give you some privacy. Yeah, but where are his hands?
Myers.
Fallon.
Smith.
Smith.
I'm not worried about him hearing. I'm worried about him being a voyeur.
But I can't hear you. I'm just touching you. No kidding.
Joann Fabrics is closing 500 of its 800 stores. And you can tell things are rough because Joann just started posting on Only Fabrics. Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon.
That's Fallon.
Joann Fabrics is closing 500 of its 800 stores. And you can tell things are rough because Joann just started an Only Fabrics.
NASA warned the chances of an asteroid striking Earth sometime over the next decade has doubled in the past 3 weeks. You know things are tough when you read an asteroid might be headed at us, and my first thought is, finally some good news.
Kimmel.
Colbert. Kimmel.
NASA is warning that the chances of an asteroid striking our planet, this planet we live on, at some point over the next decade has doubled over the past 3 weeks. You know things are tough when you read that an asteroid might be headed at us, and my first thought is, finally some good news.
According to a new report, searches for football-themed porn surged during and after the Super Bowl. But to be fair, a lot of those people were legitimately looking for clips of the tush push.
Kobe.
Yeah. Seth Meyers.
According to a new report, searches for football-themed porn videos surged during and after the Super Bowl. But to be fair, a lot of those people were legitimately looking for clips of the tush push.
I've been known to enjoy a tush push myself. Yeah. 2,000 passengers just set sail on a naked cruise. 2,000 naked people plus a cruise is like someone asked, how many different diseases can we have at once? Fallon?
2,000 passengers on Norwegian Cruise Lines just set sail on an 11-day naked cruise. Yeah, 2,000 naked people plus a cruise is like someone asked, how many different diseases can we have at one time?
Right. A quick little sports thing. So I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but the NHL has decided no more All-Star Weekend. So they're having the Four Nations tournament.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds familiar, probably because you've heard of rugby is famous for the Six Nations tournament that goes on, I think, every 2 years. Right? That's rugby with, like, England, Ireland, Italy, France. Scotland. I think it's pretty much the Italians that suck, right? And the French. But the Italians are bad. So this one, pretty good idea, right? So you take guys from the NHL. You have the Canadians, USA, Sweden, and another team. We'll just call them that. Sorry. Okay. I clicked off my page that had the setup for it. Finland, Sweden, Canada, and USA. So USA kicks off coverage tonight. Last night, though, I did get home, and I was like, let me watch a little bit of this Canadian and Sweden game. And it was awesome.
I can believe that.
Like, my buddy Brett got me into the World Juniors over Christmas holiday a couple years ago. But people are playing for country, so they're going all out. And then also, it's just the best players in the world. Right? So, I mean, when I turned it on, I think Sweden was up, or Canada was up 2 goals. Sweden came storming back third period. You go to overtime. Canada ends up winning. But for somebody that's a casual hockey fan, I think it's a really, really cool idea. Cool. And it's got people talking about it. I mean, hell, my Twitter was blowing up last night. I'm talking about it, so good on them. And then, USA starting out tonight. They have a big match with Canada on Saturday. If you know anything about hockey, us versus the Canadians, always going to be a grudge match, always a fun one. Look, Sidney Crosby is arguably one of the better athletes of all time to thoroughly enjoy. Seems to apparently be a very nice individual, but he's only played in Pittsburgh, which is, I was a Caps fan growing up, so I hate Pittsburgh. And then he notoriously scored a goal to beat the Americans. So it's like, outside of that, but every couple of years, I like to remind myself, screw him. Being a good human and stuff, scoring against us.
Remember to hate you.
Yeah, so if you want to check that out, go ahead. Now, we all know Valentine's Day is around the corner. So I have a list here of some must-watch rom-coms for Valentine's Day.
Oh, boy. You should be in an airplane right now.
It's funny. I've highlighted the ones I've actually watched. I'm interested to see if Mike maybe has watched more than I have. But there's a list of 20, and I have 7 that I've definitely watched.
All right.
A couple of them I can't remember. Like number 20 on the list was My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I saw that. I did see that one. That was a cute movie.
So I've seen. I just don't know that I've sat through the whole thing. I've seen definitely parts of it.
I watched it with my wife. I did not enjoy it. I didn't hate it.
It wasn't bad. It had its moments.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd like it, Ted. You'd appreciate that movie.
And Fatone's in it. Is it Joey Fatone?
I believe you're right.
Is Fatone really in that movie?
I'm almost positive
He might. I just don't remember him in it, but he could have been.
All right. How about Red, White, and Royal Blue?
No.
No, me neither. Anyone But You?
No. All
right.
I feel like I recognize that.
Here's some rom-coms you could watch for Valentine's Day. Never Been Kissed, 1999.
Was that Drew Barrymore? I think it
might have been.
I don't know. Either way, I never saw it. I never saw
forgot to
the
highlight
movie.
that. I have seen that one because I was still in high school and she acted like a cared.
Yes, that is Drew Barrymore.
All right. Kind of a famous one, Notting Hill.
No. I've seen. I know my wife loved
I was going to
it.
say, I feel 100% confident that your wife
Hugh
is
Grant?
Yeah.
That's Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts.
When we went to London, I didn't realize. So we hop on the tube and we go to
Mind the Gap.
Notting Hill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, wait, are we here because of the movie? And she's like, well, yeah. And to be fair, it was actually a pretty cool part of town.
Nice.
It really is. But the only reason we went there is because she liked the movie.
How many of these places have you visited? You've been to Drury Lane. You've been to Notting
It's
Hill.
all London, bro. Drury Lane. Look, Drury Lane.
London's massive.
I just did it by accident, but that is the home of the Muffin Man. And I about lost my ass.
Well, the other thing is, I'm sure, I don't know if you went through the same thing, but like, we're on the tube and it's like, how will I know the Arsenal stop? And then it's called Arsenal.
Oh,
God damn it.
Kind of like Wimbledon. Right. I mean,
Right, exactly.
They make it obvious.
We're just so used to like the sports and stuff that it's like, oh yeah, Wimbledon's just a section of town.
Yes.
Moonstruck, 1987.
Nope. I remember
That was
Cher was
Cher.
in it. She may have won an Oscar or something for that. I don't know, but never saw it, never wanted to.
I remember sharing that movie where her sons got all messed up looking.
Oh, deformed. Back to the
Mask.
Yeah.
you're right. She did win Best Actress for Moonstruck.
Actually, I've seen this one. How Stella Got Her Groove Back, 1998.
Yep. Didn't watch it.
Nope.
Another one I've seen. I don't know if Mike's seen it. I feel confident that Miles Thrill and I have all seen this one from 1986. Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
All right. Next one on the list. This is what I watched on a plane. Absolutely love it. Mike, I'll give you a hint. You're better than the Gap.
I'm better than the Gap. I don't have this one, Ted.
Crazy Stupid Love.
I have not seen it.
That was.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was Steve Carell. It's got
Ryan
in
Gosling,
it, Emma Stone. Like everybody was in this movie. I feel like I watched it, but it. Oh, okay, no, I didn't watch this.
This is one that is to me heavier on the comedy. There is a romantic part,
of course,
but the comedy part is pretty good, and it's just a fun movie.
Leo Tipton, all right.
Another one that again I feel confident. I'm reading. These are must-watch romantic comedies for Valentine's Day. Miles Thrill. We've all seen it. Pretty Woman.
I never saw the whole thing.
Yes, I saw it.
Still have not seen that one.
No, I mean I've seen bits and pieces. I know the story, but I've never seen it.
I know it's a classic. I know it's like Julia Roberts' crowning achievement, but I just
She's a hooker, and
right. And then Richard Gere
he pays for her, and they fall in love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he takes her away from all this,
just like anyone who pays for a hooker.
Yeah, I love you.
All right, 2003, Love Actually.
Oh yeah,
No.
see it every Christmas.
Is that's Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant. I don't believe Hugh Grant is in that one. I might be wrong.
I know
It's
the
got
name.
Everybody in it though. It's got like Liam Neeson in it. It's got Alan Rickman in it. It's got crap ton of people in it.
Is it a Christmas time movie?
Yes, because it's got a bunch of different love stories surrounded around Christmas time, and you get to see them all basically come to fruition.
God, it sounds horrible.
There's
to me,
one that like one
yeah.
breaks up. There's one that they actually fall in love and they should have a long time ago, but now they do. And
I know the name for sure. My wife sucks me into these on occasion. I don't know if I've seen that one.
All right, how about The Proposal from 2009?
Nope.
Yes, that was Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock.
All right, I haven't seen that one, but I'd give that a run.
It's got Betty White in it, so there's a bunch of funny. It's good.
My Best Friend's Wedding from 1997.
No,
I haven't seen it.
2003. These are Rob Cobbs for Valentine's Day weekend. You got How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Great flick.
Yeah.
Never saw it.
That was Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. Basically, what's going on here, I don't remember the full context of it, but Matthew McConaughey is bet by his buddies that he can get Kate Hudson to fall in love with him. Simultaneously, Kate Hudson works for this magazine, and she knows who Matthew McConaughey is, and her buddy, her friend, bets her that she can't get with him and then get him to break up with her within 10 days.
Okay.
Because she's writing an article, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Gotcha.
So he's trying his best to keep her while she's doing her best to get him to leave her.
And ironically,
then they fall in love.
Damn, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
When Harry Met Sally, 1989.
I gotta watch that one.
Never seen the whole thing, but
I've
seen it.
I feel like that's one of the original rom-coms. This one I watched on a plane. Really funny. Crazy Rich Asians.
Didn't see it.
I still gotta watch that one.
You should watch that one. You'd like it.
One. I've heard from a few people. Because that one was actually up for an Academy Award, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty popular.
Yeah, I should watch that one.
This one, To All the Boys I Loved Before.
I never even heard of that one.
All right. Then we go back to 1993, Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay.
I saw that one.
No.
I have seen that because that's when it occurred to me that to appeal to a woman's heart, at least as far as movies go, if the male lead is a widower, you cannot go wrong. They want to know that your wife is freaking
She can't make a phone call.
and then they love
She can't call you and tell you to stop playing Big Dummy.
Right.
She's gone.
Well, remember, she's in Baltimore.
Yeah.
10 Things I Hate About You from 1999.
That was Heath Ledger, right?
Right, and that's also one they filmed down at Stadium High School, Tacoma.
Oh, that's I've heard about it. Yeah, never saw it.
And then we go back to Tom Hanks, 98. You Got Mail.
I did not see that one.
I feel like I've seen
part
bits, right? Because that was one that they just played on TV every doggone year.
I feel like that's also one they didn't put it. They were just like, get Meg Ryan and get Tom Hanks back together, and let's just do something.
Well, remember, they were also in Joe versus the Volcano.
Oh,
kind of a romantic comedy.
Also, Lovers of Orange Soda.
That's right. Was it Fanta? I believe
Something.
it was.
That's all they drank on that island. That's a good call. I forgot about that movie.
That's why my favorite matchup of those two.
That's the funniest one.
For sure.
Yeah. I know we say it all the time. One day we'll go back and watch. Tom Hanks has some hilarious movies.
Oh, yeah.
That are just raunchy, too, like Bachelor Party.
That was a hysterical movie.
What was the house they buy it and it sucks?
Money Pit.
Money Pit. Great movie.
Like,
I finally watched Big for the first time on a plane last year, and that was a fun one.
Yeah, Big. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's so weird. Is he such the thespian now? But it's like, he was just a good working comedic actor.
Old school bosom buddy, baby.
He was a bosom buddy.
Yes, he was.
I don't know that I have bosom buddies. That's not a bad thing.
No.
Just not sure I have any. Let's see. Series finale of Cobra Kai. It's on Netflix. This is the final 5 season. Is your son still into it?
Oh, he is. Yeah, man.
All right. So he's probably watched it already.
I guarantee.
And then I mentioned it earlier, but if you want to watch the USA take on the Swedes, you can in the Four Nations face-off.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story. We go to Florida, where they take speeding seriously. An officer was posted up in the morning when they saw someone moving just a little bit too quickly. They got the official speed of the car before pulling them over and having a conversation, mainly as to why he decided to go 129 miles an hour on the freeway. especially when it was foggy with slick roads that early in the morning.
Good Lord, man.
The officer issued a pair of citations to the driver, who was also required to appear in court for the offense. The local sheriff is also reportedly pushing for super speeder laws that allow officers to impound vehicles exceeding dangerous speeds, which I can't say I totally disagree with, man. When it's that slick in the morning, what hurry are you in that early in the morning?
You know, you're not just speeding, it's reckless, all the stuff.
Right.
And it's Florida, where roads aren't slick all the time. I mean, these are conditions of Florida that aren't the norm.
Right. As much grief as we give Washington drivers, how, we live in the rain all the doggone time, but we don't know how to drive in it.
Yeah.
That first rain out of nowhere, that slickens up the road a little bit, so you have to adjust your driving.
Yes.
But we don't drive 126 miles an hour.
Correct. Like, come on, man. Just a little common sense here.
Well, even if you're running late for something, like,
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I did it last week or the week before and just didn't build out the time to defrost my windows. So it's just like, all right, I'm going to be a little bit late.
Exactly.
And so you can't drive around and not see out of your windows.
Right. And better that you should suffer those consequences versus you kill somebody because you're flying down the road when you can't.
Correct.
In other news, sad story out of Memphis. This one's messed up. Officers are investigating a shooting that happened in the area. They're still trying to track down the murderer, but they pronounced the victim dead at the scene after they found him laying lifeless on the ground outside of a business plaza next to a food truck. While that in itself is sad, what's even more disturbing is there's a photo that was taken on the scene showing the man blurred out beside the food truck. He's laying next to like the wheel of the doggone thing with somebody that had walked out and around the body in order to order something from the truck. Hey man, can I get some empanadas?
It is a dead dude, well.
They're asking anyone with information about the shooting to come forward. And
you would think the food truck might know, being that he was shot there.
Right, because it was right next to it.
Right. I mean, like, you guys hear something?
Nah. Right. And, like, they didn't respond to any comment. Witnesses didn't really want to respond to comments. I'm wondering what the situation is, but it's...
I mean, it is Memphis.
Yeah? Is that...
It's a rough time.
I almost said when you said it was shocking in Memphis.
No kidding.
Put it this way.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Memphis.
It's not good or normal anywhere, but putting Memphis into that discussion, you go, as far as major cities go, like, yeah, checks out.
Gotcha.
It's just a smaller major city.
Yep.
But if you look at like per capita stuff, Memphis is
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Normally number one.
Damn.
Well, that's what we were saying a couple weeks ago. If you're a tourist on Beale Street, cool. I wouldn't leave Beale Street.
Nope.
Damn. Well, you know what? That was just enough. I just want to get to it.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We go to New York, where one woman had an interesting request for her big birthday. She's turning the spry young age of 104 and decided to live out a lifelong dream of visiting a local jail. She was able to take a tour of the facility, enjoy some coffee and cake inside the jailhouse, and even share her thoughts on how to live a long life by minding your own business.
Well, there you go.
Which it works. When you don't concern yourself with everybody else's business, when at the end of the day, they're going to be fine. Get into somebody's business when somebody's about to get hurt or hurt themselves.
Sure.
Other than that, just get out of it.
Yeah.
You don't need to be involved.
I like not being involved.
I agree. It's a much less stressful way to live your life.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like that's actually kind of the big thing there. Just reduce the stress.
I told you, that's the best part about going to somebody else's family's thing on, like, holidays.
Whatever's going down with their family.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Doesn't affect me at all.
Right. I'm having a great time. Pass the potatoes.
She does drink too much. And then it's like, hey, Betty, want another wine?
Yeah, I'm like, no, Betty's cool.
More good news, a young boy in Beijing got the experience of a lifetime while visiting the local aquarium. While walking through a portion of the aquarium that puts patrons below the waterline, the young man was teased by a beluga whale. The animal swam up beside the boy and had a little fun.
Hey, dumbass.
Mom's a horn. Beluga whale, easy.
Your mom looks like mine.
Damn.
The animal swam up beside the boy and had a little fun by blowing bubbles and suddenly turned its head to open its mouth and surprised the boy. The fun continued along the length of the window between the two as they continued mimicking each other and just sharing a sweet moment before going each other's way. And I feel like I've seen videos of beluga whales. They're a bit more playful than your average whale or dolphin. They're basically a dolphin at that point.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm just a big old fat
cool,
dolphin.
Man. Final bit of good news is right here at home. Emergency crews responded to reports of a mule stuck in the mud. The Washington State Animal Response Team worked together alongside local veterinarians to free the mule by laying down a piece of plywood to stabilize themselves and be able to get out into the mud, using water to thin out the mud and straps to lash and haul the animal back out of the muck. After a short bit of time, following the animal being freed, he was able to walk on his own power again.
I was just trying to take a mud bath.
Just doing my own thing.
You guys really overreacted to this.
Don't freak out.
5 squad cars.
Men's Room Sports are brought to you by the fine folks at Sports on What. The Seattle Kraken have made a roster move, recalling Captain Jordan Eberle down to Coachella Valley to play with the Firebirds on a conditioning loan. This comes as welcome news given that he's been in recovery from an injury and eventual surgery that he went through back in November, so he may be coming back sometime soon. They're going to get him down there, get him some reps during the Four Nations break here, and see if we can't get him back up and on the roster to hopefully turn around our season.
That's not bad.
I think last I saw we had a 0.08% chance of making the playoffs.
But there's a chance.
Yeah, we can get this, man. As far as what you're going to watch tonight, you got some NBA and college basketball on tonight, and the U.S. plays their first game in Four Nations hockey, a round-robin game with Finland. And again, download the Sports on What app. It's going to tell you what sports to watch on what channel and when. As far as your weather, you've seen them blow in here. The clouds are moving in. God, I love to write these little quips for myself. The clouds are moving in and are sticking around, expecting a cloudy 33-degree night tonight and a cloudy 43-degree day tomorrow to welcome us into the weekend. And that is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
All right, 3-day weekend. Bad Choice Friday and the return of Ted versus the FCC coming up tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
I'm not exactly a tech genius, but I knew one thing for sure. If I wanted my small business to crush it, I needed a website that worked like a pro. And I needed it yesterday. Lucky for me, Bluehost made it ridiculously easy. With their AI design tools, building my website was a walk in the park. I could customize, optimize, and monetize everything exactly how I wanted. In just a few minutes, I had a secure site up and running. I couldn't believe how straightforward it was. And getting found online? Bluehost helped me with that too. I perfected my keywords and meta descriptions with their search engine tools. The AI even gave me suggestions to improve my pages. Now I can sit back, relax, and focus on my customers while my website continues to rank higher and higher on Google. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, I wasn't worried about taking the plunge. And now I am so glad I did. Head over to Bluehost.com and build something special today.